clip that whole thing.
I guess I can. I could probably do that actually. But right now, this is the ADLR Podcast episode 126. As you can see, I am fresh out of bed. I'm not. This is the intro. Anywho, now after the intro, this is the ADLR Podcast, episode 126, joined by Kelsey, also known as Weird TV. I keep forgetting if it's Weird TV or Kelsey, whichever one you want.
I don't really care. Okay. I mean, you guys have called me Kelsey forever, and
that's why it came up just automatically. So we got Randall making sure the internet's still safe.
What's up?
Nice. And we got Bryant on the right here. Oh,
how's Plenty of Fish going, Randall?
How's Plenty of Fish going, Randall?
What is that?
It's a dating app.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's all right.
Yeah, he checked the status. The servers are up on Plenty of Fish. Anywho. Oh, man. What did you guys do this week? Randall, what you do? I heard a lot of salt come out of your room.
What are you saying?
Randall. What game were you playing this weekend?
What did you put 2020? It's 2021, Randall, for Scott Pilgrim.
What do you mean? What are you looking around for, Randall? It's Madden you played. Like, what?
Because I don't know what he said.
Oh.
Yeah, I played.
I thought he was rebooting. Like, he was like, and then there was silence.
Brian's statement just threw a curveball at him. That's why.
He started T-posing, dude.
From the sounds of it, he was going to reset. That's how hot he was over the weekend. He was one syllable away from cursing. It was great. I heard a what the, and then I'm like, Juliana, this is not a test. He might be cursing in a second. And then we just make sure to listen to see if he does. He doesn't. You know that's on Stadia this week, by the way?
What?
Am I in NFL 21?
Oh.
I didn't know that until today. They announced it's coming out this week. So I'm like, well, Randall got the EA pass for nothing. Because I'm sure at this point you don't even want it on your hard drive anymore. That's the amount of salt I heard.
Well, sports games on Stadia has lag, so.
Okay.
It's frustrating. I'd rather play on
local machines. The zeros and O's, ones and zeros. Okay, Brian, what was that? Was that a burp?
No, that was a hiccup.
Oh, okay, because that sounded like a mechanic. Like you caught a Skarmory and then told it to fight me.
I didn't think I was yelling that much.
It's not that you were yelling, Randall. It's that your anger fell through the walls.
That's what I mean. I don't...
It seeped through, and then we were like, "Whoa, that's a lot. That's Super Saiyan God right there." You know what I'm saying?
I don't remember.
I'm sure you didn't, Randall. I'm sure all you saw was red.
I mean, I know there were times I was like upset or irritated is a more accurate word. But I didn't know that I was like
salt was the most accurate word, Randall. Salt. I was waiting for the catch the ball baby again. It was close. Like, oh, what? How'd you drop the ball? Like all that. I'm like, it's coming. There's gonna be a new meme coming for Randall. It didn't come out. It's close though. We teased us hard, which is surprising me why that's not on this list. You still gonna give it some more time before you give it a review?
Oh, I mean, I can give a review. I just forgot to put it.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Madden?
Yeah, for Madden NFL 21.
Did. Oh, the new one.
Yeah, it's the new one. He said the last time we talked about the new one, he said like, nah, I'm not gonna. I heard trash. I ain't getting it. Here we are. Weekend assault. Oof.
Wait, how did you hear him? Didn't you say you're leaving for the weekend?
Ended up not going because usual reasons. But then we stayed and boom. Saul alert.
So Madden, Randall. Game of the year?
Oh, we're starting already, the reviews? I thought he was asking how.
No. It's okay. We don't normally start at 8, so it's an honest mistake. You know.
Randall, when I hit when you see that intro flash here, we rolling. What order?
Well, you started out by saying what you guys do this week, and then you asked me.
And then Brian took the helm, and he's like, "I'm the host now." He asked you for a review, so hit him with a review. What do you think of Madden NFL 2021 in comparison to 2020? Is the upgrade substantial? Do you see any cool upgrades in AI? Can you customize your character?
Yeah, you can customize your character, but it's not
as in depth.
I'm trying to remember if it was different than last year's. It's a little more stuff that you could do than last year, but not. It's kind of a little bit more. I wouldn't say it's like teeter-tottering on significant difference.
Okay.
It's more of the same. They added more animations, which is cool. Is a double-edged sword because it's cool to see more realistic motion, but at the same time, the animations are like driving the controls, which is it's beyond frustrating. There's been so many times where like I caught the ball on a 1 yard line, and because the defender dove at me, he has to play the break tackle animation. And instead of breaking tackle towards the end zone, he breaks tackle away from the end zone, and I end up not getting the touchdown.
But does it look like real when it gets hit, or does it look weird, janky? Like, oh, he hit me, but I'm flying off to the right, and like the
the animations is mocap, so it looks realistic. But
I mean, like the you saying that he instead of falling forward, like because he had that momentum, he went to the side. Does that look real when he hits it, or does it look like no, we're just locking you into this?
It's unrealistic in the sense that it wouldn't happen in real life.
Gotcha.
But the way it looks, the animation itself looks realistic.
Oh, okay.
Because normally if someone catches the ball on the 1 yard line, they would turn their body towards the end zone.
And fall in.
And their momentum will carry them into the end zone, even if they got hit.
Correct. I would agree with that.
In this game, that's another thing. Like, I would say one of my biggest pet peeves with this game is the animations. That it's driven so hard by animations because you will be driving down the field, running the ball, and some guy will tackle you and dead stop you. Like, that's impossible. The dude weighs like 240 pounds, and he's running full steam forward, and you come from the side. It's not like he's doing a diving tackle or he's coming from in front of him. He's coming from behind him.
Oh,
and he tackles him, and he stops him. Like, that's no.
Oh, that's bad. There's no physics in that at all.
And of course, I play on Madden. So, this, in all my experience of playing games on hard difficulty, this is the most blatant disrespect of my intelligence that I've ever seen because it's clearly cheating. It's clearly cheating.
Oh, this is DOA 4 Last Boss?
So let me tell you something.
Okay.
Jack.
4th down and 3.
Okay.
Only need 3 yards to get a first down.
Yeah, okay. For the people who don't know football, that's what that means.
So
we're not talking about hockey.
No, I saw so too, but
so I do a drag route, which is like basically the wide receiver cuts across the field, like right in front of the line of scrimmage. Okay. So all I have to do is just toss him the ball.
He grabs it.
As soon as he catches the ball, it's first down.
Gotcha. Because he's already passed.
All he has to do is just hold on to the ball.
Right.
This dude is wide open. When I say wide open, I mean like the other 11 players on the team is on the other side of the field. He is the only person over here.
Okay.
But because I went on 4th down and 3, guess what he did?
He threw it. Oh, he just gave it to the opposite team and it was an interception?
No.
Oh,
I threw it to him because I'm playing quarterback. Like I'm doing face of the franchise, which I will get into later.
Okay.
But I threw him the ball. He's wide open. You know what he did?
Drops it.
He dropped it.
With no one around.
The
wind might have been too strong for his eyes.
Understand. I threw a touch pass.
Oh, he just whoop.
I didn't throw a bullet. I didn't throw a lob. I threw a touch pass. It's the softest pass you can throw.
Yeah. So
Like your grandmother, abuela, can catch it.
she could probably throw a bullet. So
I don't mean to yell. I'm sorry.
it's not yelling; it's passion.
He drops the ball, so of course the defense gets the ball.
Yeah.
And then it's just this thing where it's like, okay, if I'm up 2 scores, oh no, we can't let this happen. So
Enable
they
cheat
stop me.
mode.
They stop me, right?
Yeah.
And I can't score anymore until they score. So of course, so I'm playing Face of the Franchise. So Face of the Franchise is basically Superstar Mode renamed. Superstar Mode is you create yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go through. Last year it was you started in college,
Okay.
and then you went through the whole process of going from college to the NFL,
Okay.
and then you played through your NFL career. You know, trying to win games, trying to go to the Super Bowl, trying to
Have like an MVP career. Like
yeah,
okay.
and ultimately you're trying to end up in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
It's more of the same, except for they turn it more into a cinematic story. So you start out in high school,
Oh.
and you play high school ball, and then you go from high school ball to college, and then you go from college to the NFL.
Do you get to choose any like what schools you go to and stuff, or is it just whatever and then you
Depends on how good you do.
Okay, cool.
So fortunately
Wait,
enough,
I thought you were talking about Madden. You can do this in Madden?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
I thought that was only the NCAA stuff. I didn't realize they had added it to that.
Well, EA stopped making NCAA
Oh, I know.
football.
They lost the contract to it. I just didn't realize they had incorporated that part of it into the Madden series.
Yeah. So
Sorry, continue.
no worries. So so yeah,
You
you
go
go
from
through
high school to college, and then you get to choose your teams if you're good enough.
Yeah, so fortunate enough, I did pretty well. Where
Excellent. You went to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame wasn't on the list.
Like
So I'm sitting at a table with hats of all the different colleges,
yeah.
but it's not all the colleges. It's just like top tier college. Notre Dame is top tier, so I don't understand why they're not in.
That's why the only reason I know that name is because I've seen that name multiple times, so I know they're like a prestigious school. So
And that's like my favorite college football team. So if they were an option, that's who I would have went.
okay,
But they didn't have them, so I ended up picking the Hurricanes, Miami Hurricanes.
that's odd.
So so yeah, you basically go through college, you play college ball. It's drama between you and another player, and it's a story.
Gotcha.
But back to the gameplay is
That's what I want to hear.
animation driven, which I don't like. It's terrible. It's horrible.
They've been working on the animation stuff since I worked there. Like everything in Madden has always been animations. They haven't really done much to like make the game itself better that I remember. They've done like AI improvements and whatever, but it's always been animation driven.
Well, it sounds like the AI got the cheating mode now, from what he was talking about.
I was having this discussion with a female friend of mine last night.
Uh-huh.
I was explaining to her. I was like, because she was on speaker, and she did the worst thing that you can tell a person who plays games.
Calm down. It's just a game.
Not that. The worst one is maybe you should take a break.
Oh no, that one I accept because I'm
Really?
like, you're right.
Oh my man! Oh my god! I want to flip the table over when somebody tells me that.
If they just say it's just a game or something, I'm like, okay, now you want to get in the ring with Papa. But like, if it's just, oh, you should take a break, got it. That's facts. If I'm getting like really loud and angry and someone says, yo, take a break, facts.
I guess for me, it bothers me when someone tells me that because it makes me feel like you're trying to tell me to run away from my problems.
No,
because I'm losing, and instead of like toughing it out and trying hard to win and being smart about it, you're just telling me just cut the game off.
You can pause it, Randall.
No, they when they say it, they mean cut the game off and go do something else.
Well, you can pause it and go do something else. Take a break. It's just, yo, walk away for a bit. Go get some air. When you finish a set, you stand up and walk around the machine or the dumbbells, whatever. You're just taking a breather. That's it. But I get it, I guess.
So
I don't know about the running away from the problems thing, but the turning off the
maybe it's some deep rooted
I think
inside me.
That
like,
might be something else,
That's some
bro.
projection, dude.
Yeah, that's not what that means.
Well, I'm not projecting. I initially said that this is how I feel.
Well,
But
I don't think that's what she meant. Like, I don't think that's why she told you to cut it off.
Because she went. So like before, a long time ago, I had the same thing said to me, and she meant cut the game off. Let's go do something else. Or go watch TV or some junk like that. Like completely remove myself from the game, not like take a 15-minute break and then come back.
Well, that's still this. I mean, but even if it's an hour watching, it's because you're on tilt. They're helping you get off a tilt. You need to get away. You need to step away.
But you gotta learn how to deal with the issue when you're pissed off, because every time you get angry and you're in a situation, you're not gonna always be able to just like, no, I don't want to do this and leave. Sometimes you have to deal with it and be in the trenches and figure it out.
Yeah, but that lets you know that you're in that state. When you take a breather and walk away, you know, okay, I'm getting tight again. I'm about to walk away. Let me calm down. You can continue doing it. But if you just sit there,
Shannon knows how to get me to do that just by going press quit to retry, or press retry to quit. She knows, like, if I'm in here and I'm just like, if I'm like going off the rails, she'll just walk by and just be like, just press retry to quit, and then that'll be like, okay, okay. need to hang on for a second.
Yeah.
Like I was having the same issue with playing Bloodborne the other week, man. That fucking wolf, dude. Oh.
Got you tight. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because it's got a 395,000 degree fucking attack. It was bullshit.
He spins like 90 times.
Yeah.
What's this? Cool. All right. This is Windows letting me know that it defended me against something. So let's see what's not working now. Even though it looks like everything's still stable and you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Your camera keeps freezing for me.
Oh,
Like,
no.
every couple of seconds, you'll be like
randomly
doing stuff, and then you start moving again.
Well, judging from the status of this stream, it's any time now I'm probably going to go bye-bye. So, because it's going green to
Comcast
red
another
to
update.
most likely. You're like, this is a good time. It used to be Tuesdays, and I heard they went into Mondays. Let's do them on Mondays now. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, it might be an issue where we explode. All right, Randy, you can go ahead. What were you talking about
It's
before?
red now. Well, it was red. Now it's red.
We just got to keep it moving.
I forget where I left off.
You
take
gotta
a break.
stop
You're
being
talking to a
tight.
friend.
Oh yeah.
To
So, we got to that whole discussion about being angry playing the game or whatever. I forgot why. I even forgot why I brought that up. But anyway, back to it had something to do with gameplay, but I can't remember what it had to do with. But animations again are terrible. What else? Oh, the AI. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. So I was telling her, I was like, I have no problem losing. Like, especially if I can clearly see that I'm losing to someone that's more skilled than me.
Uh-huh.
Or even if I'm playing a game and the AI, like I'm playing against the computer and I could tell like I'm just screwing up, I'm okay with getting bodied.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that. And in fact, I invite it because it gives me like it's like a challenge for me to get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I get, as you call it, salty,
Tight.
pissed off
Tight.
when I'm losing because of some bogus junk.
Uh-huh.
Like,
DOA 4.
back to the animations again.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way a player could be on the right side of the field and catch somebody going 30 yards downfield and catch him before the ball gets there. It's physically impossible. It's physically impossible.
Randall, why don't you tell us how you really feel?
I played football.
Yeah.
Real football on a team before.
Oh, IRL football.
Yes.
Not VR
So that's
football?
another. Huh?
Not VR football?
No.
Not
IRL.
soccer football?
No, American football. So warping animations. When you get where like I'm going through the line, okay? Oh my God. I'm going through the line and the lineman warps. Like my guy gets sucked into an animation and I'm being grabbed. Are you kidding me? And then why is it every time when my quarterback is handing off the ball, the linemen are blocking? As soon as my pinky touches the football, all my linemen let go of their blocks, and then the defense is they're in my throat. I haven't even grabbed the ball with both hands. Like, how am I supposed to gain yards if my offensive line can't block?
Is your dude on the Cowboys?
No, we are Redskins. But I was playing against the Cowboys.
Oh my God!
Shannon's sitting here and she's a Cowboys fan, and they did not do well this year.
Well, they should have took the whatever universe he was playing in Madden. They should have took that defensive line or the offensive line.
And then so I'm salty about that, and then I'm also angry, which actually it kind of does have to do with. It has to do with EA and their. I don't know how to put this because I don't want to say something I'm going to regret. I'm just going to say I think it's very dumb that they don't have call out buttons for PlayStation.
An oversight.
Like a terrible oversight. How could you
make Andromeda?
So I think you talk about the UI elements.
Yes, Anthony.
So
I have to fight to remember. The guy running across the field has an X on it. No, Randall, that's not X as in PlayStation. That's X as in Xbox. So you're really hitting A. So I have to literally try to reprogram my brain to let me know that no, that's not the guy you really want. You got to hit the other button, not that button. Mm-hmm. You know how many times that happened? I'm looking at the guy I want to throw the ball to, but because it's using Xbox mapping that I cannot change, he throws the ball over there.
Because that was the wrong button.
And I get picked off.
Yeah. That's actually a major oversight, especially if it's on PC. Most games nowadays, when you put in your PS4 controller, it detects it. Oh, I'm going to put the PS4 icons.
And know they have to know a lot of people play Madden on PlayStation. So if you have people who are going to play on PC, especially there are a lot of people who like the PlayStation controller.
Well, it's not people playing on PlayStation. It's supported. It's 2020. What is it? 20. It came out last year, right? It's 2020. It's on PC and supports controller. Have both mappings. That's it.
There's some games that let you pick your mapping. Like even no matter what controller you're playing, it'll let you choose what you see. This
doesn't give you an option. It doesn't hot swap for you. It doesn't do anything. If it's a controller, it's an Xbox controller mapping. Unfortunately.
So the $1 million question is, as I was asked last night, why keep playing this game?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that because you didn't want to play it at all, and then you got it on PC. So I was like, what changed your mind?
If I were to be completely honest, the reason why I'm still playing this game is because of my love for football. There's no other football game available to play.
Okay, I can feel that. I see that.
Does 2K not have a football game? Or is
not
it just
yet.
Not
EA still has that license. They're holding on to it, and 2K hasn't been able to.
I don't know, man. I think that's what we should do. I think that's the game we should make. It's like a robotic football game where you just play as a bunch of robots rather than. And then you could include things like super jumps and kicks and all that other stuff.
There's a game. What you're describing is a very popular game on PC. I think it's called Blood Bowl. And there's Bowl? And I think it's a sequel, and it's actually a pretty decent football/RPG thing.
Didn't they make it?
3.
Didn't they make a street game for NFL?
Did they? They had NFL Street.
So they have orcs and shit.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got there's dwarves and elves and orcs and.
Yep.
They got the football has spikes on it.
Yep.
NFL Street was a thing.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, NFL Street was.
They had
Yeah.
3 of them.
I think I remember seeing a trailer and they played I don't know if it was in an alley or something, and you could wall run and jump off to escape people when you
I don't know about
as a
in
receiver.
an alley, But yeah, you can. There's like fences usually. You can wall jump and things like that.
I think I have seen like a trailer or a magazine ad for it.
I thoroughly enjoyed the NBA Street games, but I don't know
Except
if the
Homecoming.
NFL one's good. Except Homecoming, that was not a game.
Like Andromeda's not a game, or
If I can pick up the controller and just body Bryant without no experience in basketball games, that is catered too much to accessibility.
That game basically played itself for you. If you press the button, it's like, oh, did you mean all of this? Before you saw literally body Anthony and then every other NBA Street.
Yeah, and then there's a too much side of the accessibility, you know?
Accessibility, is that what you said?
Accessibility is what I wanted to say. But Randall, what did you end up getting? Like, I get it that it's the only football game, but like, you knew it was bad. Why didn't you just play an older game?
Well, it had made the rating that it had on Steam was mixed reviews. So I thought maybe
they got better over time.
I thought maybe it was I thought the one that was getting the bad reviews was current gen, not next gen.
Oh.
So I thought maybe
PC was
I thought PC was, because it said mixed. It didn't say mostly negative like how I would say on Steam. It said mixed. So I'm like, I have a 50 chance of liking this game.
And damn. Nope. That sucks, dude.
It made me hate EA. Like I used to dislike EA, but now I'm like, the hatred is starting to build.
I get that.
Because
they're mistreating your fucking games. Especially since they have the only license for like.
There's no heart in the games anymore. It's just copy and paste. Gimmick, copy, paste. Gimmick, copy, paste. That's all it is. Here's a gimmick. Here you go. Here's something new. Or it's like the same thing, but we'll add a couple of new things to it. And then, like, for example, they changed Superstar to Face of the Franchise. I know what that is, man. I'm not stupid. It's the same mode. You just renamed it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What do you think Madden and things have been since the NES? Like, it's literally been, they just build on top of the game, and that's why they release it every year. It's because they add new animations. They add like a little bit of updates to physics or something or AI, and then they sell it with the next year's title, and people buy it. Like that has been their entire platform for that series.
And they only have a year to make it. So once it releases, they take a break. I'm assuming because you speak on it, you take like a vacation on the Christmas break, and then when January starts, they're back at it. So they can't add that much throughout the lead.
It's June to June or July to July.
Okay, July to July.
So you have 6 months of development, which is from like July to December, and then January, February, March is alpha, and then you go into, I think it's January, February, March is alpha, and then you have beta, which is at the end of March until release, and you stop adding anything new, and then you start whittling down as many bugs as you can, and then alpha you start working on bugs, and you try and not add anything new unless you really have to, and then beta is it's only bugs. There is no new added code, no new added mechanics, unless there's like some game breaking thing that they have to like change, and then in the last like 3 weeks, only the seniors are the ones that were working on it, and they like tackle the biggest bugs, the hardest bugs, anything that is there's like a chart that's like where the bug falls. If it's super game breaking, it's one of the things they work. If it's something that's like, oh, you pressed A instead of B on this one screen, and it caused your dude to go from black skin to white skin, we're not going to fix that because it's not something that we need to worry about right now. Like
it'll be hotfix or day zero patch or something. Yeah, I can see that. It's a machine, Randall. That's why. It's just the machine keeps going.
They churn it out every year and make hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars on these things, like every year. And they don't really like, if you really look at the difference between one year to the next, there's really not that much of a difference. Like they're in terms of how much they actually get done, there is, but like in the reality of the situation, there's really not. Like if you waited 2-3 years, yeah, you'd probably see quite a difference, in the way that things work. But
if you buy it year in and year out, you're not gonna see it. It's gonna be minimal between the years. The best move, if they want something substantial, is to give those devs a lot more time to make something new within the actual engine. So you would have to have them take at least a year break or maybe a 2 break. It's not a break. It's like don't release like next year or don't release 2 years from now and then come back with something fucking heavy because you gave the developer so much time to add something huge in it. Very similar to what Assassin's Creed did. After I think it was after Unity. Or was it Syndicate? One of the games that Assassin's Creed came out and it came out bug fucked out of nowhere. They were like, okay, we need to chill. So the next year they didn't release an Assassin's Creed. Year after that we got Origins.
Which I think it was Unity was the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it worked out for them. Now they sell like hotcakes because Origins sold, Odyssey sold a lot, and Valhalla last year sold a ton as well. Because they took time to make a better engine. Granted, it's not as Assassin's Creed as it was before, but it made them a better product. That's what I would imagine those sports franchises need to do. Don't release it every year. There's DLC now. If they want like roster updates, release like a $5 roster update for the game that's already out. Add more like, I don't know, classical outfits you can wear on your teams. I don't know what the heck it is. More like DLC expansion for the what is it, face the franchise mode or whatever the heck it is. But just popping them out every year, well, this is what it's gonna lead to. It's gonna lead to anyway.
I'm not the type of person to wish bad things on people.
Well, then don't start now.
well, it's. I'm not necessarily wishing something. It's kind of bad. It would be bad for them, I guess. Well, in the long run, it wouldn't be. But I hope the same thing that happened to them with Star Wars happens to them with the NFL license. Well, I hope they lose that junk.
I hope that happens. It's not because of them. I just want more people to have a crack at it. It's been the same developer for how long have they had that license for?
As long
Since
as
like
I can
the
remember.
mid-90s, like 93, I think.
Let someone else try, dude. That's what I liked about the Star Wars announcement earlier. It's like, okay, EA doesn't have the Star Wars one. Other people can give it a crack at it.
The reason why people love Madden to begin with was because you had NFL Game Day. You had NFL 2K. You had all these other competitors making games, and EA had to step up and be like, no, we make the best football game, which I think ultimately what led them to be able to negotiate and say, give us the exclusive NFL license because look, we're out playing everybody else.
Yeah, and then once they got the title, they went lazy because there's no competition.
Exactly. So I think that it would do them more good than bad. To them, as far as their money, probably not.
No.
But I'm pretty sure it's going to force them to make a quality game like they used to make back in the day.
Well, it puts a fire in their ass. It's like, go ahead, Brian.
Do you think that they should do what Call of Duty does, where every year they switch dev teams?
Yes, that would help them too, because now at that point you have one studio gets more time to either add to the engine that everyone else is using or make their own thing. That's why Call of Duty keeps cranking them out, but when they crank them out, something big's happening.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Say you want them to switch dev teams for creating these games?
You know the way that Activision swaps Call of Duty every year? Like we have a Call of Duty every year, but it's a different studio because they've been working on it now they have 4 studios. So it means each dev team gets 4 years to make a Call of Duty instead of just 1.
I got you.
So that's what Activision's been doing. So he's asking if they should do the same thing, but with the Madden franchise.
That's kind of like something I used to think about a long time ago. Like I used to always feel like studios should have like a R&D team, a team that just they're not necessarily responsible for working in the trenches as far as like when it comes to the pipeline and making the game, but they're the ones who in the background who come up with, like when there's a new idea, they flush it out from A to Z. Well, it's polished.
That's the indie scene. Now the AAA scene is not the people who do like the R&D and try something new. It's the indies. The small teams that are trying one tech thing and flush that out, and then If that gains ground, the big wigs are like, maybe we can implement it in ours, and that gives them the incentive to put it in their big game, in the AAA games.
But either that, have a designated team to polish new ideas for games, so that when someone says we should add this, it's not just literally 6 months to try to make this work and then throw it in the game.
Yeah.
You have a designated team who works on this in the background, or they do like you guys just mentioned, where they swap dev teams, and then each studio or each team has like a certain amount of time to make a new game. That way, that it's always polished. You know.
Or it gives them more time to polish, because there's some Call of Duties that came out that weren't so polished. So, but it gives them more time. I agree with that. So now the final question here.
Trash.
Oh shit!
Trash. But I'm gonna still keep playing it because I have no other option to play football.
I get that.
So
I'm
stuck with it.
Oof. We started off feisty this episode. Let's go. Who has feisty shit to talk about? I got feisty shit to talk about. Let's talk about it. Scott Pilgrim. I only put this on here to remind me to talk feisty real quick. Why is it so fucking hard to play a network game in that game? That was the worst implementation of online I've ever seen.
Well, you see, a lot of companies, what they do is they don't hire Skullgirls networking team.
That's true.
And so it all just sucks, you know.
But I'm talking about from a UI, Kelsey. I'm not talking about like the latency. We didn't even get to play a network. We had to do parsec. So network game, right, Kelsey? You thinking, let's do it, right? Create or join. You're like, bet it's gonna work. I hit create, right? All that comes up is a character select screen with me there. So I'm like, hey guys, press start. Janyana was here, and so was Randall. So hopefully we can make a party with them and then invite Bryant. Not the case. Nowhere on the screen was, hey, press this to add a person so you can play with them online. You can only play online with one person per system. In a 4-player beat 'em up.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's back up here.
Yes.
I heard like 4 things, and I want to clarify them. So one, you said, so if you're playing,
I'm first
and
player.
you wanted to, if you're player 1,
yeah,
and you wanted to play like with me, Randall, and Bryant, we all had our own system. You could only play with Bryant.
No, I can play with all of you. The problem was I had 2 people locally extra with me, and I just wanted to add Bryant through the network.
Okay.
Not possible. None. That technology does not exist. You cannot have 3 local and 1 online. No. Every one of them have to be online. That's how technology works. That's how netcode works. That character, when I saw that character selection, I didn't see a press A to join. I'm like, no. They didn't do this. They didn't release the incomplete package because it says complete edition on there, not incomplete. So there it was. No.
So the only way that worked was because of parsec?
Yeah, because it thought we were all local.
Wow.
Because I made it so we were playing locally. Because why would there be... Fam, it's a 4-player beat 'em up. Any combination should be working online as well. I couldn't test to see if the netcode worked because we couldn't get it working. That's all I really wanted to talk about Scott Pilgrim. Once we finish it, we can keep talking and gushing for it. Bro, Brian, if you want to have something to add, fix it.
I think Ubisoft subliminally hates homosexual characters.
Oh
because
my god.
Any chance. Okay, Kelsey, imagine this. You know how beat 'em ups, clear this area and move forward?
Uh-huh.
Clear an area. Move the next area. They're signaling someone's going to come out of nowhere. Frame 1, I can be in the middle of the screen, Anthony can be on the edge. Mm-hmm. They all ignore his character to punch me in my face. I'm playing as Wallace the gay guy. I've never seen such blatant disrespect in my life.
I think I have a different angle here from that. I had to think about it after we streamed it. What if they know you're not homosexual and they don't want you to pick that character because you're not a real homosexual?
Well, then they should not do that.
Oh, okay.
It's that simple. I want to play a gay character. Don't come at me for not being gay. Don't come at my gay character.
Gotcha.
Especially the emo fighters.
Yeah, it was always them.
If they could beat their ass and they get up, and turn around and beat my ass.
And taking out their frustrations on you. I mean, that
Yeah, I
man
was
just
like,
bodied
what
me. I'm
kind
gonna hit you.
What kind of fucking prejudice game is this, dude? That's all I got to say
Yeah, I mean,
so far.
once we finish the playthrough, we'll continue the gush for it. But that was my feisty room. We started feisty today. All right. Anybody else got anything else feisty to say?
Yo, fucking drama, dude. Seriously?
Yo, fuck it. Yo, what about Goku? I was gonna say Goku GT. What the fuck?
Fuck him.
Fuck him. Oh shit. Yo, we feisty.
Fuck him, dude.
Okay.
That's if you ever go back into the game, Anthony, and somehow you own that character, all for you. Press any button you want, and it works.
I never liked GT. I didn't like that idea of he's a kid now in GT.
That's
I've always
UI
hated
Goku.
that. Oh, UI? Ultra Instinct?
Ultra Instinct.
Okay, my bad. I think you meant
any button, Anthony.
I love that. So do I swap my base Goku? Because I like my not base Goku, the Super Saiyan Goku.
Do what you want.
Well, I mean, is
It's
he a good
Goku.
swap? Because I don't use him first. My point character is kid.
UI Goku, you can put him literally anywhere.
Oh,
Press
okay.
any button.
Lit. No, my team is still Roshi. What is it? Roshi, Kid Buu, and whenever they had Hercule or Jocko. So, you know?
What about the Shadow Realm?
They send me there sometimes. In Mortal Kombat.
But how's your zoning? I mean, Krillin is like the best zoner in the game.
You ain't got to tell me. I mean, I played a Black Power Ranger.
Was it 16?
You said 16
is the best
was the best zoner.
I mean, he can technically throw his hands at you. So,
He's not
yeah.
good at it. He's not good at it.
Actually, he's the only one that you could technically catch these hands because he literally throws them at you.
Kelsey knows more about fighting games than you, bro.
Oh.
The heck?
That's why everybody comes to me for the how-to guides.
For the tech.
Kelsey, tell me the top 3 characters in the game currently.
Currently,
in order.
clearly Majin Buu,
Wow.
Videl, and Nappa.
Yo, Nappa's
So you went
big.
You went actually viable character? Ass. That's what you just did.
That's unfortunate.
A friend of mine mains Nappa, and it's very impressive, but he's not that good. It's just him making it look like he's good.
Nappa's pretty cool to watch, though, in tournaments, so that's just me. That's fun. And same as Piccolo. Go ahead.
The one guy that, I don't know if Bryant still plays him, but there was one guy that he used to play with that just bodied fucking everybody with Nappa. I really like the way Nappa works. Like, everybody else is like really quick, just like a lot of hits or something all at once. He's very slow, but just
Heavy.
moves everything. Yeah, like he's a heavy character. So you see the punch coming, and then he's like, poof, 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 and then
You can feel it on each hit.
satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
As the guy is just like bouncing around the screen.
I still play with him. That's what I was referring to. He still plays Nappa.
That's for me and watching Broly's play too. Broly's attacks are just
so fucking good.
Oh Lord.
When I used to play Z Broly, I loved it. I would mimic the level 3, and I was like, you know what? He kind of feels gimmicky super. I'm not gonna play him. After I dropped him, they buffed him, and he's one of the best characters in the game. But we won't talk about that.
Nice. I think
then Super Broly came out. He has 4 different command grabs.
Yeah.
And when you land them, fuck, dude.
I think it's Broly 16 and there's another. Say again.
16 doesn't have enough command grabs.
I mean,
those are facts. Actually fight. He only needs command grabs.
Those are also satisfying to watch.
He only has 2,
he's already got
3
guns. Okay, so
oh shit,
metal guns too.
Super Broly's fucking. That's a thrill, dude. Especially if you're fighting against GT Goku, just headbutting a fucking infant.
That's on you, Ryan. If you want to walk around hitting infants, that's you.
Remember, I accidentally headbutt that baby.
What?
Remember at City Wall, whatever we were.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That baby don't know anything. You probably made a supervillain, actually.
Not my baby.
It's gonna be somebody's baby. Oh shit. Where do we go from here? Actually, Randall, did you already talk about the Mandalorian season 2? Nah, right? Because we hadn't watched it yet.
Nah, I haven't spoken about it.
I mean, This is our chance. We got most of it. Kelsey, did you end up watching Mandalorian?
I have not.
What the
I haven't
fuck?
had time.
Do you want us to wait until you finish it and then we can come back to it next week or
I mean,
something?
if it's gonna be spoilers, I can just take my headphones off. That's fine.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be spoilers.
All right. Well, I'll just take the headphones off.
All right. Now that he doesn't have his, yeah, we can just flick him off. Fuck off, bro. Anywho, Mandalorian. Brian, I guess give us your impressions of the first season since you're playing catch up.
What did you guys think of the show?
I thought it was great.
Thought it was great.
Fun. Yeah, it was fun.
I love it.
What did you think, Randall? You loved it?
He's more of a Star Wars fan than I am, so he's gonna love it more.
So as a Star Wars fan, you loved it. As a casual fan, you thought it was great.
But that was good. Good TV drama.
And now, what is it that you liked about it? Each of you.
I liked that each episode was a bartering, just like any mercenary with a bounty, a person who's a sell sword or whatever the case is yo, you want something, give me something in return, and that's the episode. It's all tightly knit in that episode, with the overarch being the child. But each episode got them progressively to that goal while still having their own arc in each episode. Granted, it's not like, whoa, a twist arc, but it's a story within each episode. Very categorized, very organized. And that continued out.
What's your favorite thing?
Through season 2.
To me, it felt like, and I actually posted this a while ago, that I felt like Jon Favreau saved Star Wars, because this actually feels like Star Wars in the way that the pacing, the characters, how certain characters show up, and a lot of the surprises, and the lore, like everything it just felt like authentic Star Wars, and not one episode did I ever feel bored, or it felt cheesy, or it felt dragged out. Like I was excited for every single episode. The action was great. The VFX, like all the stuff was like, so like usually you can tell the difference between a TV show or a series is when it comes to FX and like CGI and stuff like that versus movies. This stuff looked like I was watching a movie, but it was this series, like a bunch of episodes.
Yeah.
So the quality was top notch.
Ooh, it was what, Randall?
It's top notch.
Oh, I thought you did something else.
Yeah, man, I loved it, man. I loved it, especially like I can't think of anything negative about season 1 or 2. Nothing.
Well, for season 2, I didn't like that he showed his face.
Oh,
I didn't like that. I like the whole.
Wait, he's seen both seasons?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to get his season 1 because me and you already talked about season 1 before. He catches up, and then we talk about season 2.
So, season 1 alone, my opinion doesn't really change when we get to season 2. But right now, I just watch it because it's something to watch.
There's nothing drawing you in at all?
Everything about it's meh.
Okay.
I think people like this show because they're coming off of a really shitty trilogy that should not have been made. And then this came out, and it's like, oh, finally something. But like the juxtaposition, people think this is amazing because they didn't get this in a 3-movie thing.
In a trilogy. In their own proper trilogy.
There's times when there's something pretty, and there's very small times I'm like, oh, that character's kind of cool. And then that fades immediately, and I'm already like, okay, next episode. I won't say the child. I'm gonna get to season 2. I'll say his name. The child.
Thank you.
It's adorable at first, and then a nuisance throughout the rest of the show. They frame the Mandalorian to compare it to other things like this. It's very cowboy. It tries to be very Cowboy Bebop-ish and Witcher-ish. But the thing about those is, see, Geralt, he's a Witcher. He's badass. Proceeds to show him doing badass stuff. Mandalorians, they're the deadliest people in the galaxy. He always gets his ass beat at the beginning of the episode.
He's downloading them.
Nothing about him felt, yo, he's here? Whoa. It was just like, and the action, the fight scenes, severely disappointing. It was basically just, and then we move on. Yeah. It was not cool to watch at all when it came to fighting. There's some episodes that I was like, you know what? It could be cooler. Like, usually the way they ended the seasons where they have like a kind of 2-episode arc or whatever, and something big happens. So like in the first season, when we find Gus, when we find Moff Gideon,
yeah,
I was like, oh shit, he could be cool. And they just played him off with the cheesy writing like the rest of the show. I will say, so that's season 2.
I mean, we're waiting on you to go into season 2.
Season 1 felt like a blueprint for season 2, but then I guess if we're leading to season 2, they left it at blueprint level most of the time.
Then what's blueprint level?
They're like, oh, cool. They didn't show too much environment stuff or anything like that. It's like, oh, it'd be cool. It's pretty right now, but like build the world of the planet more instead of you're here. This is the name of the place. I need you to do this. All right, and then
he's out there, flips him over, gun. Let's go.
Yeah. I will say for season 1, my favorite character was IG-11, and his little story part was entertaining to me, I would say, but
it's his episode. Again, it's all by episode.
Well, he had 2 tech, like when they first showed him, I was like, oh, he's my favorite so far, and then killed him off. I'm like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. And he came back and like, let's get it. Yeah. And then they killed him off. I'm like, all right, well, anyone else could have been cool. He's supposed to be a top level bounty hunter. Why is it that when he saw footprints stop, he didn't go? He stared at them as if they were gonna appear, the rest of them, and then gets hit in the air. He's the badass guy, dude. When, you know?
I don't know about you, but he went through 2 seasons and he got the Grogu, since we're talking about season 2, to where he needed to go.
Season 2, basically more of meh. It got, again, the environments got prettier. They stood there more. They kind of explained the environments. Like that one area that was just a big desert. And the guy from Justified who had the armor on.
Oh, yeah.
This world is pretty cool. All right, they just had to kill a big ass worm thing. Okay, and then he got the armor.
Mm-hmm. Who got the armor?
I mean, the Mandalorian got the armor from him.
Okay.
What? And then
who got the armor?
The world was pretty. The plot was still cheesy, and nothing was interesting there. Then they show off. They kept doing that. Oh, is that a real Mandalorian? And they're like, oh, I guess they're not.
Yeah, that's true. That was funny. He's like, he always like either brings his gun out when they do it, or he's just like ready to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that armor?
So then it happens again with the ladies, and I was like, oh, this could be cool. Didn't give a shit about their story. Oh, I wanted to be the throne. Who cares? To be honest with you, the armor looked cool. I'll say that.
It's Mandalorian.
They deleted the guy because later on when they come back,
he didn't show up.
See the guy anymore.
I don't know what the hell happened to him. I said the same thing. I'm like, where's the dude?
They said no. That's how little he mattered.
Yeah.
When we got to Ahsoka, her costume design and Rosario being her was part of the highlight. I like what they did.
This is where I was going to mute your mic if you said anything bad, because I'm like, that casting and the costume design, 100%.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed what they did with her. But that fight was dog shit.
Against who? The main lady?
Her against the lady, and then the guy was like, "Hey, I just trying to survive. I'll put my gun down." Like he's either gonna aim it at him before he puts it down or pull out another gun. And he did it in the most obvious way. He's like, "You hit me!" Like,
what you think, Jack? What's gonna happen?
And I like how they're just like the random citizen. You're the mayor now.
No, he was the mayor prior to getting taken over.
Okay, then I'll withdraw that. And what else? When he took him to the spot, she told me, "Hey, put him here." And then I saw the ship. I like Boba Fett, so when I saw the ship, like, yo, that's fucking Boba, dude. Then they showed his face. I'm like, oh, you're Boba?
Yeah, Brian. You know how long it's been?
But then he gets his armor, and I was like, that's Boba, dude.
Yeah, that's.
Then he goes off and meets the the useless ladies and gets his ass beat. I'm like, I guess.
To be fair, he didn't get his ass beat. Ended up 1-1.
Yeah, but she had him in a advantageous spot when they stopped.
Yeah, but that's what everyone thinks about the higher ground. And then Darth Vader happens, and then Obi-Wan's dead anyway. So like,
So it was just like things could have been cool until they actually played him out, and it was.
Wait, and the gun.
Yeah, or the one girl who was like.
The one girl who's
the
oh,
girl
the main blue
Mandalorian,
chick. Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck the child. Hey, those someone's kids. Stop eating that.
And
He has no excuse. He's fucking 50. No excuse whatsoever. But he's a kid. He can't listen. They literally talked to Ahsoka, and he's like, oh, he willingly suppressed his power because he was in danger. But he can't stop eating someone's fucking kids.
It's cute, Brian. What are you talking
I'm
about?
fucking tired of that kid, to be honest with you.
Well, he's gone out of our lives now. I need you to... The fucking deep fake, Brian. Tell me you're on my
That
side.
looks so ugly.
Yes! Yes!
What I think they did was they filmed the scene, and then they played the scene, and someone brought out their phone with a TikTok filter, and then they recorded that, and then they put it in the movie. That was the worst thing imaginable.
The first showing, he was static, so I'm like, oh, it looks pretty good. He started speaking, and I'm like, nope.
Frame one, I'm like, who is the body? What does he normally look like? Because that is not Luke.
Oh my god.
The Dark Troopers?
Dope. Yeah.
Fucked with them. And then the way they made it, the way it's like, oh, he struggled with one, and then they're all coming. I was like, here we go. Some shit's actually cool gonna happen. Let's put my Dark Troopers in the room where you can just eject them. What else? And then, but they came back. I was like, oh shit, it's lit.
That's why that was dope when they came back. I'm like, oh, they're like, we're not dead, idiot. We're metal. And they flew back at him.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, well, we'll get ready for the last stand. And then fake Skywalker came in. I was hoping, and
he looked
no
so
one
bad.
died. I was hoping they actually try to stand their ground. Some kind of sacrifice.
Yeah.
No, they just sit there like idiots. They're like, all right, so when it walks up, it's not going to work, but I'm going to go. And it's not going to work. But they didn't get that far.
No. The sad part was supposed to be the departure of Grogu, and I'm like, I don't care.
I was like, take him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe Gus, he hid the gun. He's going to get somebody.
Yep, same here.
Oh, you knocked it out. No, first, I don't remember what happened. I think he shot someone, but it didn't hit, or he shot someone.
He shot the main chick, the two-handed one. She fell down. We thought she died, but then she comes back later going, you bitch. And I'm like, okay, well.
He got shot, and then he's like, well. You hit it? What the hell? And then the whole Sabers thing, oh, I gotta have this, we gotta battle.
That was really dumb. She's like, yo, take it. And she's like,
yeah.
And Gideon's smiling like he's not in Far Cry 6 going, you have to fight him.
They have explosives. This is how I know she should never lead. They had explosives when they're on the ship. And it's like, we're gunned down. You know they can't aim. So that is not an issue. And two, you probably have explosive. And it took Mandalorian like, fuck it.
And just threw him out.
If she's a leader, I'm leaving the planet.
Yeah.
I don't trust her at all. It was, I don't know, just story-wise was just, huh? Action was like, I guess somehow they all learned
Yeah.
from everyone. But at times it looked pretty. The Dark Troopers are cool. And I don't know what's gonna happen after this. They're alluding to a time skip. I don't want to see Grogu again, to be honest with you.
I care about the Mandalorians. I want to see that Creed again.
The only one I care about was the one that was making stuff, and we don't know what happened to her.
That's what I'm hoping comes back. Cause that's why it was interesting. Because it was
Bill Burr had a good arc. I take that back. Bill Burr, his character, had a good arc. That episode, that part of it, good job, Bill Burr. Everything else, it was something to watch. And when season 3 comes out, and I'm probably gonna watch it just to have something to watch. And then they alluded to the whole Book of Boba Fett. If he gets his own show, I'm excited to watch that, but I'm not expecting anything.
Well, you want to see Boba Fett? Flip him with the same moves.
Jesus, dude. It tried to be Witcher-esque and Cowboy Bebop-esque, but it didn't in any way get close to the level of the way they do stuff. To me, at least.
Roach.
I don't fucking know.
Not a fan.
And then he showed the face thing too. While you're talking about the face thing, why? When he had
when he showed himself, because it's to show him emoting that he loved the child Grogu, and it's sad.
It was that time, and in the whole the one is like, "Well, I'm not gonna go in there. I'm gonna go," and they showed his face. I'm like, this means nothing. I guess it's like, oh, because it's sacrifice. He gave up his face to do this, and he's like, forget it. I never saw your face. I'm gonna do it again. Are you really a Mandalorian? I feel like he showed everybody, but told him he didn't show anyone.
Yeah.
The stupid fucking child ate a spider. I wish they swarmed him, to be honest with you.
That episode I liked. The whole like creepy walking through the cavern, and then they were trying to get out with the spiders. I thought it was a dope chase scene.
That was another one. I was like, some kind of sacrifice besides this idiot eating another person's kids.
Yeah.
No, the guys that were chasing us, they found us. Hey, you gonna arrest me? I should.
He literally said I should. And then he's like, but we heard you did great things. And I think when he fought against Gideon before and some other shit, so he's like, see you later. And then just leaves them abandoned.
They could have did so many cool things and they decided no. It was space Fast and the Furious for me.
It's because it's too safe. You want Game of Thrones sacrifices.
I want something that mattered, dude. The story was meh. And then I was like, you know what? The story's cheesy. I'm waiting for the fight scenes.
Hit him. Flip him. Gun. Ooh.
Like, what the fuck? I have spoken. I like that guy, too. But...
Look, he's spoken. There's no disliking him.
That was a good scene, too. Like I was saying, when that whole... Did they get him? Like, when Moff Gideon got there, and he's like, is he gonna make it into the ship?
Oh.
They did that really well. But that's all I got. I'm not... Story was meh. It was pretty sometimes. Action... What action? Dancing, more like it.
I mean, fighting is dancing, Brian.
No, but that was almost like Wonder Woman 84. The cheetah fight.
It was not close to that.
Felt. That's how I felt.
I saw Wonder Woman 84. Nah, not even close. Now you're beyond it.
Boogied, to be honest with you. But that's it's something to watch for me.
Oh fuck. All right, we're 1 for 3. 2 for 3. Sorry.
Boy, how did you guys feel about season 2?
It was more the same, and I liked the first one.
Okay.
So it was the same. I got to meet new characters. Boom. I got to see Ahsoka. Dope. I got to laugh at Luke at deep fakes. Good. Grogu's gone. Thank God. Now we can stick to like heavy deep shit next round. Mandalorian on his own.
All the animals, all the aliens, it looks like they spent $7 on the CG or the fucking prosthetic they put on.
The animals?
So, like the big ass thing that he learned to ride in season 1.
And the island that I have spoken was teaching him? Okay.
That shit looked hilarious. I'm pretty sure Grogu was a flour bag. And the way they picked him up was like, they didn't even try to make it look like he weighed anything.
I'm pretty sure it's all prosthetics. I don't think they used CG for like the animals.
What did the animatronics before? And the old ones are just like, they just emote their eyes and turn their head.
That's what they use.
I swear that's what he was.
I'm pretty sure that's what he is.
That shit looked dated.
Excuse me. I'm pretty sure that's what they use. That's how those are the old movie. That's what the old movies used. So it's like, hey, let's bring it back. Except that chrome armor. God, that chrome armor's dope. The chick looked like she came from Destiny. Now that I think about it. Yeah, the Iron chick that made that. She looked like she walked right out of Destiny.
She was cool though.
Now she's wandering the world, planet, universe, whatever. All right.
How'd you feel, Randall?
He told you how he felt. He fucking loved it.
Well, I was talking about season 1 specifically earlier. I don't know. Do you have any critiques? Is there any favorite parts? Did you believe that was Luke?
I think that I feel differently because of I know all the lore, so a lot of this stuff hit me here. But I will agree with you with the Moff Gideon thing. I was kind of disappointed because it's like they built them up to be like so intimidating, and then when he fought the Mandalorian, it was just like, yeah. So if I had to point something out that was lackluster, it would probably be that. But everything else I enjoyed. The face animation on Luke was pretty bad. I can't deny that.
That shit was funny. I'm like, oh, damn. I thought they were gonna just.
I just don't understand. Like, I'm only assuming ILM worked on this, but
did they?
I don't know. They usually work on Lucas stuff, but maybe they didn't. Maybe that's why it didn't look that good, because I'm just thinking to myself like, I don't know. They don't drop the ball like that. So maybe they didn't do it.
We could probably look up from the credits. Yeah, they would have to be mentioned. Whatever rendering house is there. Anywho, we gotta get him his headphones back.
Is it nothing else to say? You recommend season 2?
Yeah,
you guys excited
absolutely.
For season 3?
Absolutely. It's more of the same so far.
I would have done the Luke scene a little better, because I watched it a couple of times, and then I watched Vader at the end of Rogue One.
That's not even comparable.
And then I went back to Luke.
Yeah, that's not even. I went
back to Rogue One. The beats are the same, but
execution.
Vader's is just
no.
The fear, the urgency, all that stuff was just like it added so much to Vader's scene. With Luke, it was like I didn't agree with the music that they played, and then it was like, so I'm just gonna say this real quick because I know Kelsey's been waiting for a long time. I've never totally agreed with the way Jedi fight, and I know there's 7 different styles that they use, and
Kenpo, Jiu-Jitsu, Yu-Jitsu, Taekwondo,
but I've kind of always liked more like the way the Sith fight, and maybe Mace Windu and Yoda. I like their fighting style.
I mean, Yoda has to flip for everything he does because he's so freaking small.
But the way he fought the Dark Troopers was.
It looked like, hey, here's Resident Evil cameras of someone just playing with God mode on.
Yeah.
And then, he slaughtered them, switched to another cam, slaughter. I guess he's slaughtering all of them. Like, it took too long for that build-up.
Like, the way Lucas explained it was like Jedi fight. They fight like they're playing chess. So their moves always look effortless because they're perceiving the steps of someone doing something before it happens. So they're not reacting. They're just waiting because they know what they're looking into the future. So they know what's going to happen. So that's why their motions are always like circular and slow or whatever, because they already know what's going to happen. You're going to get hit or whatever the case is.
You're going to taste his lightsaber.
The problem with that is that it does come off lazy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't build any excitement. But when you watch Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon fight Darth Maul, that jump was ridiculous.
Because he's out for the kill. He's not here about the future and shit. He's like, I'm going to stab you with this lightsaber. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
And I forgot. The Mandalorian called the lightsaber something funny multiple times throughout the show, and that made me laugh.
Laser sword?
Laser sword. Lost it. I'm like, yep, that's a laser sword.
I'm not gonna lie though, when Boba Fett got his armor, oh my god,
nutted.
Yes, everywhere.
I knew it.
He was bodying Joker's boy left and right, man.
Hit him with the missile.
I didn't like the fact when he shot the ship down and he said I was aiming for the left one. I was like, oh, come on, man. I thought he did that jump on purpose so that it would crash into the other one. That would have been sick. But then they just messed it up by saying I was aiming for the left one.
Well, I mean, that adds comedy. You got to keep in mind, once the MCU came out, everything's got to have that kind of comedy style. It's, what's the next joke?
Yeah, but every character doesn't have to have a funny moment.
They don't care about that. That doesn't matter.
Everyone has guys who are comedic. Let them handle that part. No. But Boba Fett should just be like, he should be stone cold serious all the time.
I'm just letting you know that's not how it works now.
The only part I found funny was in season 1, the episode that Taika Waititi, whatever, I don't know how to say his name, that he directed, like the last episode. The banter between the two troopers I found was entertaining.
Because it's Taika Waititi. This is what he lets his bread and butter, is that quippy dialogue that means nothing to the plot. It's just them shooting the shit. And it's always quick dialogue. He does really well. I mean, that was all of Thor Ragnarok. That was all of Hunt for the Wilder People. That was all of Jojo Rabbit. Like, that's his bread and butter.
I've thought about doing my own little animated short of stormtroopers, of how I interpret them. And I interpret them as being very, very elite.
Mm-hmm. Can we put his headphones
on?
Yeah.
At this point, he can put his headphones.
You can put your headphones back on. He's good. Okay, cool. Welcome back.
Like scary elite. Like they don't miss. Like when stormtroopers show up, people are terrified.
Yeah, it's a problem.
They don't. They're like, it's like who's somebody that's like sick at hunting people.
At hunting people?
Predators.
Yeah, predators.
I don't know, man. Sometimes the predators, they be dropping the ball, man.
You mean like, I don't know, like it would be Hitman 47.
Agent 47.
Agent 47, sorry, from Hitman.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
It's not a maybe. Just because you see people throwing bananas and suitcases in the game, well, the lore is he is the guy who will get you killed.
I still haven't played the game, so I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just thinking of whoever you can think of that's the most deadliest assassin. Like if he gets a card with your name on it, you're good as dead.
Agent 47.
Who you know, how much money you have, where you can hide, you're done. Like that's how I wanted to interpret stormtroopers to be.
Not only will 47 kill you, he'll be dressed as your butler and kill you.
Facts. He will infiltrate whatever fucking tower you're in, and boy, you're gonna be like, "Hey, Jeremy, what's?" And then that was a silencer head just hitting you in the mouth because Jeremy is dead in that closet over there.
Does he always take you out without you knowing, or does he let you know that he's the one that's taking you out?
Depends on No, it depends on the dossier. Like if the mission's you gotta just kill him and not leave a trace. You think your own teammates killed you. You think someone in your squad poisoned you. And that man's already out driving back home.
Mm-hmm. You ever get poisoned by a guy in a banana salesman outfit? Because he'll probably do it.
He'll do it. Again, it can get wacky, the game and stuff, but like the lore, they make you believe, like 47's the guy.
You ever get assassinated in your own wedding? That's an episode. That's one of the missions.
That's one of the missions.
That's terrible, man. You got to kill somebody at their wedding?
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
The new one has some
crazy
crazy
You can't choose another
too.
Time?
And that's probably the most vulnerable. Time. Yeah. He goes for when there's no chance in hell you're walking out of here alive. And it could be subtle. It could be grandiose. He'll make, if he's trying to get only... You get, like, in playing the game, there's bonuses for not killing a single person but the guy.
Yeah.
So you have to be non-lethal for everything, hide bodies, other stuff, and only kill your target.
Anthony's never gotten that, but
never.
It is in the game.
In Absolution and the newer ones, there's also like challenges. So like kill this guy wearing this, or kill him via poison, or kill him by electrocuting him in this way, or dropping an entire light on him. There's like challenges.
And you can manipulate the AI. Now we're just talking about the gameplay, but like back to your thing. Agent 47 is the guy I would pick.
Well, I was just saying, like, I was just trying to use an example of whoever you can think of that's very skilled at performing that task. Like, I wanted people to, when they saw this video, like because that's how even though they've been making jokes about stormtroopers for ages, but I've always interpreted them as like these best of the best, scary.
But they have those within the ranks.
Yeah, I know. Like you have the Death Troopers and you got the new Dark Troopers, which aren't
No,
even
no, no,
people.
no. I'm talking about before that. This is during the Clone Wars. Like, have you not played
Yeah,
Republic
yeah, yeah,
Commando?
yeah.
Republic Commando was my favorite Star Wars game. It's like literally a squad of stormtroopers, and they were it.
Yeah.
That shit was dope. They all had their, I mean, they were clones, but they all had their own their own personalities. They all meshed well.
They made a an animated series. They just announced an animated series about that group.
Oh, okay, I'm watching it.
It's
then.
called the Bad Bunch.
Oh,
No, the Bad Batch. That's
the
what it's
Bad
called.
Batch.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. Go ahead. Wait, so yeah, if you can make them like that, that'd be dope. Make them a force to be reckoned with. But if you make an army of them, at that point, wherever they land, it's annihilated. I would put only a certain amount, like, oh, there's 3 of them here. What?
Well, I think that's what's supposed to make the Empire so scary, because it's like when they show up, then it's like, oh god,
They got gang on them.
yeah. But if you think about it, the Empire shows up and you see a bunch of storms with the lore that you know now. A bunch of stormtroopers come down. You're like, oh, I have a great chance of surviving. I just need to, be on my P's and Q's. Versus the lore that I'm thinking of, when that ship, that destroyer comes out of the hyperspeed and they come down and you see a whole bunch of white suits, armored suits.
Nah, bro. Here, take my money, bro.
Where am I going to die?
Yeah. No, I'm going to run, Randall. Anywho. What were we talking about before this? Oh yeah, Mandalorian. We already gave our reviews and stuff. We can move on from that.
Can we though?
I think so. I have a quick review here because I'm pretty much done watching Peaky Blinders, so there's a hole in my heart. So I went through. I have an app that I have my list of shit to watch, TV shows and movies, and I'm like, what TV show should I watch? And then I ran through. I'm like, oh, I can watch Fleabag. And you're like, what the fuck is Fleabag? I'm like, well, Fleabag is right now the first season 6 episodes, 20 to 30 minutes each.
I went back and watched
the first like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean you can get into it because I was watching it downstairs when I was while I was working from home on lunch, and then Randall comes in, I think episode 3 or 4, and he's like, what the? He didn't curse obviously, but in my mind he does because he's a dirty boy. But then,
oh, he dirty.
Yeah. Anywho, it's the main character is I could just read what's it called because it pretty much sums up her as a character in a way. Let's see what we got. Season 1. That's not what I wanted. View all seasons. Season 1. All right. So the summary for the first episode is as follows. Angry, pervy, outrageous, and hilarious, Fleabag arrives with a bang as she spins throughout the city, grasping at anyone and anything that might keep her head above water. Anywho, there's obviously some sexual context in this show. Heavy sexual stuff in this show for jokes and stuff. Dark humor, European based. I think it's set in London. And it's about the story of this chick for the first season. You get to know what she's about. She owns a cafe that she runs. She used to run with a friend, and you find out what happens to that friend. You find out what kind of person her and her friend is. Her family, her sister, the situation with her father, and her dealing with life. But again,
her boyfriend.
And her boyfriend, yeah. But all of that is one of those like serious shit is happening, but she takes everything in stride and makes jokes of it to cope with it in some sort of way, or self-sabotage in some way. She couldn't help herself for the most part, but it's covered in a bunch of dark humor, which is pretty funny for the most part. It doesn't have a lot of like strong dramatic parts like often, but when it does, they hit because they pick them correctly. And this is also a fourth wall or wall breaking. What's the term? When they look at the camera, fourth wall breaking series. So she'll always be addressing you, the audience. She knows you're there to speak to you when you need insight on who this person is or what the hell's happening. I think that's pretty much it for the most part. She'll give you. Sometimes it's just looks.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not catching it, she'll look at you for a second and be like, and then look away and not say a word. But even those are very expressive, and it kind of, again, projects her personality onto in her take of the fourth wall breaking. I don't know. I find it very funny. I recommend it. I'm gonna watch season 2 sometime in the week because I think it's also just 6 episodes, but I'm not entirely sure. They're 20 to 30 minutes. You can blast through it in the sit down if you have the time. And I don't know, I loved it. Randall?
Go ahead. I was looking forward to watching that because I think a couple of years ago she was in the Actors Roundtable for like writers, I think.
Uh-huh.
She was talking about it, and I was like, I was interested. And it seems like every show you've been recommending, I've enjoyed way more than anyone else. So I might just start watching that soon.
Okay.
How'd you feel about it, Randall?
I agree. It's very funny. It's like I said, I had to go back and watch the episodes that I didn't watch. That's how much I enjoyed it. It's hilarious, especially the fourth wall breaking stuff. It feels very Deadpoolish, but I don't know. It's just it's Deadpoolish, but it's her own. The way she does it, it's like her own. Like she owns
it's her own style.
Yeah, it's her own style. And it's done very well. It's not like it doesn't take you out of what you're. If anything, it engages you more into what's going on.
Because she addresses you in a way like as if you're standing next to her.
Yeah.
So, and you're experiencing the same shit she's experiencing, so she'll react at you like, okay, and then you're also like, okay.
And some of the jokes or the dark humor is like they're like quick snaps or whatever, and I love stuff like that.
And depending on your volume setting, it's London. The accents some are deep, so you have to like pay attention or have subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm one of them now.
Oh, okay, you're one of them. The fucking coppers don't give a fuck about us.
There's like I said, most of those characters I could understand when it was Johnny Dogs or
McCavish
the Billy Boy guy.
Yeah,
him. I'm like, what is going on right now?
These are the Billy Boys.
Him, I paused it, rewinded, and then put subtitles because like this is way too authentic, and I fucking loved it.
They just picked up I just spat on my fucking mic. They just picked up some random guy. He's like, "You want to be a Scottish monster?" Oh my god, or Irish? Was it Irish or Scottish? I think he was Irish.
Because he was part of the
IRA.
Yeah.
The Billy Boys. Now we're talking about blinders.
The Irish Resistance of America?
Yeah.
The Irish Resistance Army?
I think it's something.
Irish something.
It's something Irish. He got Irish right, so I'm like, yes. Whatever you're going to say afterwards, it's right. But back to Fleabag before we get sucked into the Peaky Blinders thing again. Because fuck, go watch Peaky Blinders.
Irish Republican Army.
Irish Republican Army, that's what it was. Okay. So yeah, Fleabag. I recommend it. It's short. Again, if you don't want to like spend too much time on the series, 6 episodes, 30 minutes each tops, I think. Actually, I think by the pilot episode, you should know if you're gonna enjoy the rest of it. Because it pretty much does a bunch of that stuff there, for the most part.
You said it was funny with some realism, heavy moments.
There's some heavy stuff, yeah.
Compare it to Ted Lasso. Is it heavier?
This is not.
That?
Ted Lasso has heavy parts, but Ted Lasso's public facing is positivity. Where here she is not that character. She's not like, oh, everything's, hey, we got to keep a leg up. That's not. This is like modern day.
Her character's more grounded.
Yeah.
To like how people actually walk around.
Yeah, like it's self-loathing. Like it's just like real. Everyone hates themselves kind of thing.
You're self-loving.
Did you guys ever watch the Paul Rudd show that I recommended?
I think he did. The one it's with himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
I haven't caught it yet.
Okay.
But I do need to go watch. That's in my backlog as well.
I enjoyed it.
I had to get back on it.
A friend of mine recommended, and Javi recommended it years ago, but a friend of mine sent me a picture of just a really buff anime lady. I was like, I don't know why, but this is doing things for me. And then he told me the anime, so I was like, I gotta watch this.
What's the name of the anime?
Doro Hedoro.
Nope, never heard of
I
it.
think
I like to pretend
I
that
just
I
mentioned it before.
Oh, then I'd forgotten. I'm sorry, son.
She was, I don't know why. She was buff, and I don't know. She looked. I wanted to see more of her.
Was it Armstrong's sister?
No, like Armstrong buff.
Armstrong's sister was Armstrong buff.
No. I don't think you understand. Like Armstrong buff.
Okay.
Did she have on a kind of like a flower dress with like the sleeves have ruffles?
No, I'll find it while we're talking. But I found it already. I think this is fan art. I'm not sure, but I saw this. And I'm like, where is this from? I don't know why.
Nah, that's not what.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, Kelsey put something on here. We will release a heavy update if the TF2 community can go one day without saying engineer gaming.
Apparently, that's their first and only tweet of 2021.
That's not an official account, I think, right?
At Team Fortress 2?
Yeah, I think that's it got verified, but I don't think that's them. But I'm not entirely sure. That might as well be, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm checking now.
Anywho, what were we talking about before this?
Nudes.
And Fleabag. Yes, I recommend it. I think it's great. I'm probably gonna be watching it like an episode before I go to bed or something because it's only like 20 minutes. But knowing me, I might just say you just watch one episode and just binge it in one night. But who knows? I think that's it for that. I recommend it. Randall recommends it. 2 for 2 here. We're 2 for 3 on Mandalorian. We're not doing so hot this week. All right. Scott Pilgrim, yo, fucking fix it, bro. Like that netcode.
I can't believe they don't allow like people just to kind of join and drop.
Like a party, just make a lobby system, bro. Like it's been done years ago.
They just need to check their prejudice. Is all I need them to do.
Yeah, Bryant has the deep.
I think actually the PS1 had internet capabilities. Like, let's get on it.
They did. It had to be a separate like network adapter, I think it was, but it still had it.
Yeah,
that was PS2.
Oh, it was, okay. Then I think it's PS2. No. PS1 had a modem, a 56K modem add-on, I think. But the only thing you could play on it, I think, was Phantasy Star Online. Or check my facts. You check my history here. I think I might be wrong.
No, your PS1 didn't. But you had to buy the little box to screw to the back of the PS2 for an Ethernet cord.
Gotcha. I thought the PS1 had a 56K modem that you can buy.
But yeah, the PS2 had a network thing that you could buy and use.
Jeez. Cool. Well, Randall, you're taking up the rear here. Tell me about the American Skin.
Why'd
you smile? Was it porn?
No, what you said. Anyway, this movie is extremely intense.
Sexually?
No.
Oh.
It has to do with real world situations. So the movie is about a guy who was stopped by the cops with him and his son.
Okay. African American male?
Yes.
African American child?
Yeah.
Okay.
Long story short, his son ends up getting shot and killed.
Okay. Because of the officer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the movie is basically about his father getting justice for
his son that died.
Yeah. Because the cop that murdered, well,
and we need you to use actual terminology here. Allegedly shot his son. Right?
I'm just gonna say the cop that shot his son.
Yes.
Got off, but nothing, no warning, no penalty, no DACA payment, nothing. It was just
no suspension, nothing.
No suspension, nothing. Just like another day in the neighborhood.
What did it go to trial or did it?
It went to well. The way they showed it was like
I would imagine it would.
it was. They didn't go to. There was like no court system or anything. Like there wasn't no trial in court where everybody sat and all this stuff like that. Like it was handled by the court and the police department on their own time. And then once they came to a decision, that's when they had everyone come to the court, and then they read out the decision. And yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it sounds like an internal investigation. I mean, the tagline is a Marine veteran working in a school as a school janitor tries to mend his relationship with his son after a divorce. When his son is killed by a police officer found innocent with outstanding trial, he takes matters into his own hands.
Oh shit! So we got a Batman in our
no. This is
what?
This is grounded. This is grounded. Nah, not Law Abiding Citizen, because Law Abiding Citizen, even though it's stuff that people are capable of in real life, is very unlikely somebody can do the stuff that he did.
As in, like, it's Punisher? Fake? Or, yeah, it's like Punisher then? Or
No. This is the most realistic reaction to this type of situation that I've ever seen on the big screen.
Okay.
Or in a movie.
Okay.
It was stressful. You know how that movie you guys talk about with the drumming?
Whiplash. Fuck, that movie is so good.
It's stressful. Like it's the whole time. Yo, I was sweating.
Well, that might have been because of my air. I just drained the AC line.
This wasn't today. This was over the weekend.
Oh, well, I mean, I think over the weekend it might have because I just now cleaned the AC, the drain line.
I don't know.
So it might have been. You might be sweating because the AC was not on. So
nah, I think it was fine.
Okay.
Yo, it's oh my god. There isn't much that I can say about this movie without giving away the details.
Gotcha.
But it's just, I mean, as Kelsey read off, you know the situation and what happened.
And we know
the way it's done is done in a way, the movie is done in a way that you would not expect. Okay. And I have never seen.
Okay.
So you see how you guys immediately said, oh, Punisher. Mm-hmm. Or you figure
or Batman or something.
Yes, like, oh, I'm just gonna kill everybody type stuff. It's not like that. It's the most realistic way that you can possibly think somebody would react. Mm-hmm. But the movie is done in such a way that it's so captivating because all I'm gonna say is that it takes place. The movie takes place with conversation, but the conversations are so intense. You don't know if somebody gonna get shot in the head or not.
What the hell?
A fly could land on the wrong side of the table and get killed.
Oh shit!
That's how tense. Like it's crazy, man. Like I'm willing to say that this is probably the best movie that I've seen since 2021 started.
Oh yeah, it's only been 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, but I've been watching stuff.
Okay.
Stuff that I don't want to. Some
garbage.
Yeah. B-movie stuff.
Well, it's the time. It's now is that so.
It's really, really, really good. Okay. Really good acting. Very intense moments. The conversations are realistic. It's not made up. It's stuff you get the side of the cops and you get the side of the victims.
Oh, the victims, yeah.
And you get the side of the people in the middle. You get everyone's interpretation. You get interpretation of how racism is handled, how cops perceive racism, how victims perceive racism, how those who are not black, how those who are black, mm-hmm. how women are treated mm-hmm. versus how men are treated. Like it goes into all of that stuff. Like the conversation is intense. And it's intense from the moment his son gets killed all the way to the very end of the movie.
When your room was filled with sweat.
Yo, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I know sometimes I say that a movie was really good or it's intense or whatever, and it ends up being a perspective type thing.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
I mean, it's always a perspective.
Even Bryant, if he watches this movie, he's gonna be like, "Hey, Jack." Woo!
See,
I'm telling you.
You don't.
I'm telling you. It's yo, the whole time I was just like clenching my chair.
Oh shit. You can't do that. You might break it.
It was intense, bro. And it hits hard because, You know, I happen to be an African American,
and also the past year.
Yeah.
So let's
exactly. But it's something that everyone can kind of relate to in some sort of shape, form, or fashion. Even if you're a Caucasian male or female, you can relate to it because you have to deal. Whether you're a person who fear minorities or you're a person who doesn't fear minorities, you get to hear how people view things, what goes through their mind when they're in certain situations. And some people, it has nothing to do with racism, but if you're on the outside looking in, the whole canvas looks like racism. But in their mind, it's not racist to them because they're just dealing with the situation based on how they grew up or experience. Not necessarily because everyone knows that racism is taught. But I'm not talking about being taught. I'm talking about you grow up in a situation and you see some bad junk, and then now that is digitally imprinted on your brain, and that's all you like. That's all you know. Yeah. And so at that point, you subconsciously handle things based on that how traumatized you are because of that experience. So it was really good, bro. Really, really good. I was surprised.
So that's a recommend. That's a glowing
I definitely recommend this movie.
Oof.
So I have a question about law-abiding citizen. You don't think law-abiding citizen is a grounded view of what could happen? Of how somebody would react?
No, I'm not saying that how someone would react, but if I remember that movie correctly, this dude was killing people while he was allegedly in prison. And that was because he planned out this elaborate plan so that when he was in prison, he dug holes in different different directions so that he had different places in the city that he can like pop out and do his dirt and then go back in. And when they would go to the prison, oh, he's been here the whole time, and the whole time he wasn't. Like that's impossible.
So he amassed a vast amount. I think he was already pretty well off. And so that's kind of a tipping point, but he had a vast amount of wealth, and he used all of it to, over like a 10-year period, devise this whole big plan. And then he gets arrested and sent to jail, and he gets thrown in solitary. And what he did was he built tunnels from this like warehouse to each of the solitary confinement cells so that he could leave, go do shit, and then come back. And people wouldn't know any better because he's in solitary and nobody checks on him other than for like food and things. You know, so after what would be considered lights out, nobody's there to know that anything's going on.
The part to me that's realistic is, I can see somebody like, if the person that murdered your wife gets off and then you go on a killing spree, I'm pretty sure it'd be reckless unless you have some sort of military training. But the whole digging tunnels to each cell, like, I don't know. I just feel like a regular human being wouldn't spend 10 years devising such a plan. I think they at a certain point they would just break down and just start killing people.
I think that would be the more natural reaction for a majority of people, yes. But like he tried to go through the system. Like there was a trial and court and everything, and then the guy was let off because the judge was dirty. Or I don't remember the judge was dirty, but he blamed the judge and things for not allowing it, and then like the jurors and everything else, because he's like, there's all this evidence and you guys are still like, nah, he's innocent, and then so it wasn't like just a fit of rage. It wasn't like it happened and then there was a fit of rage. He was already in that, like, there's going to be justice, and then justice isn't served, and now he's trying to think of what he can do to, to do it differently. But I'm interested in watching this one too and seeing how it pans out because it sounds really good.
Same.
It is, man.
I'm adding this to my backlog.
It's intense. It's really intense, man. And like this is how you know how good the movie was. Did you guys see I could always forget the name of that movie. I forget the number, Cloverfield Lane.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
10 Cloverfield Lane. Did you like that movie?
Yes, I love that movie.
Now, Do you see how that entire movie took place in one location?
With only 3 people.
With only 3 people?
Yep.
So this is the same premise.
For the majority, it was 3 people.
So this is the same premise, but it's more people in a room.
Uh-huh.
And you got people who also have guns.
Uh-huh.
And you got this huge controversial conversation going on with different races.
I'm assuming aggressive talk comes on. People start making fun of each other, like going at each other's throats. And I'm not
talking about just different races, but I'm talking about people in different classes too.
Yeah.
Like math.
Yeah, and geometry.
Yeah, calculus.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, man. It was like, if I was in that room, I would like be going over in my head 4 and 5 times what I'm going to say before I say it. That's how intense it was.
I believe it, especially with people that like armed and there might be super tense. So any quick movement there, like you said with the fly, they could just get shot.
Yes, I definitely recommend that movie.
Oh dang! Well, let's end this with a finale here, Randall. Tell me about that final girl.
Now this movie, on the other hand, was.
Oh no, we should start off with this one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
this was This is one of those movies where I wish I didn't watch it, and I wish I could get that time back, but unfortunately I can't. So
how long was the movie? Like 2 hours?
No, I think it was only like an hour and a half. I'm not exactly sure.
That's not that bad.
But the point of the matter is just like I had any given time to
stop,
to bail out, man.
Oh wait, so this was bad from the beginning, is what you're saying, and you just kept watching.
You know how like sometimes you watch something, you're like,
it might
might get better.
Oh, I hate that. And then you're an hour and 10 minutes in, and you're like, maybe the finale's good.
Yeah, maybe the final act will be worth it.
The wait.
And no.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of those movies.
It like progressively got worse.
Oh, that sucks.
So I'm trying to think. I might as well tell you guys because you shouldn't watch it.
Got you.
So basically the movie's about, it's 4 guys. I think it's 4 guys.
Oh, this is before 5 guys was a thing.
Is it 4?
Is there a couch involved?
Hold on, let me think. It's the guy with the baseball bat, the guy with the axe.
No, you need a catcher, a pitcher, outfield, shortstop.
Yeah, I think it is 4 guys.
Who's on first?
Yeah.
So it was one guy who's considered the mastermind. He's the one who puts it all together.
Rami Malek's in this?
No.
Oh.
The guy who played, I forget his name, but he was in the Hunger Games.
Tim Allen.
Is it Hunger or Games?
Huh?
Tim Allen was a good answer.
John Games. He was like, I think he was from like District 1 or District. I think he was from District 1, but it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's 4 guys.
Yeah.
They get dressed up in tuxedos. Like, matter of fact, you don't see them dressed in any other way in the entire movie. They always in tuxedos.
Okay.
So, or suits with bow ties.
Okay.
Anyway, what they do is the mastermind finds a girl. It's usually a very attractive girl, and he pretty much sways her into going out with him. And what they do is what?
I don't know. Bryant takes his headphones off and walks away like this.
And basically they lure her out into the woods. Like they say, like there's an event that we're going to, and they're in the car. First of all, if you're on a date with a guy, why are the 3 of his other buddies in the car too?
Yeah, that would have been the first red flag. Fam, who are them?
So she never inquires. But he does say...
This isn't a casting couch episode. Okay.
No, it's not, unfortunately.
But he does say we're going to a party, and she does ask, will there be girls there? And he's like, yeah, plenty. So they're driving, and of course you get that conversation of, are we almost there, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
So ultimately, they lead her to the woods, and what they do is they take girls out there and they hunt them. So they play this little game. They sit down and it's funny that you mentioned couch. They sit down in this beat up looking couch or whatever.
Oh, he got it.
But he sits down next to her and they're sitting in a circle or whatever, and they play this little game where like you pull out something and then you, depending on what it is, it's like truth or dare, and you ask questions and dare, blah, 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 whatever. Ultimately, it leads to her having to run. So he's like, it's kind of like Ready or Not, except for it's some game they made up. So when they pull out the thing, and if it says die, then she needs to run. So he tells her that she needs to run, but of course
she's like, what?
Yeah, she thinks it's a joke. But he gets angry, and then she starts running. So they hunt the women down and they just kill them. You never find out why they're doing this.
It's just crazy people doing it.
They just do it. So the main character, the girl, is actually a assassin. She was trained to be assassin from like a little girl.
Okay. And we know this when?
In the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
The movie starts out with her sitting at a table with the guy. I think he was in Hunger Games too. Starting to notice a pattern.
Is it the main character?
The main character is the girl.
The main male character.
The main male character is he played the game maker in Hunger Games. The main girl is the girl from Zombieland. The sister, younger sister.
Oh, okay.
So blonde? Yeah.
So the movie starts out where her sitting at a table across from him, and her parents just got murdered or killed or some junk like that. So he takes her in and trains her.
Gotcha.
Time goes by, she gets older to present day, and he's like, he basically gives her tasks. So her next task was to pretty much kill these 4 guys because they've been killing women.
Oof.
So that's what happens. She pretends to be just another girl, them not knowing what she's capable of. And when she starts to run out in the woods, she just starts picking them off one by one until she gets to the last dude, which is the mastermind guy, who at the end of it is like, he literally said to her, "We should get married." And she was like, "Why? So we could go around from town to town killing people?" He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, oh my God.
Just shoot him.
She didn't have a gun.
She's an assassin. She can kick like a stick so fast it'll just be a bullet.
I don't think that's how that works.
Whatever. I've seen anime.
So she ends up killing all of them, and that's pretty.
This
much
isn't what is it? A certain magical index, where that person like does this with a quarter, and it just flies and causes a massive explosion out in the water.
That sounds like realistic to me. I don't know about you.
Nah, she ended up drugging the dudes.
Oh.
So when they were playing the game, she brought like what is it called? What people usually carry alcohol in?
You talking about roofies?
The flask?
Yeah, like a flask.
Oh.
She pulls out like a flask out of her pocketbook, and
she's like, "You guys really want to party?" And
pretty much something like that. And because these dudes are not straight in the head to begin with,
they're like, "Yeah, all right. Let's fucking get them twisted, mate."
And I think all of them take a drink except for the guy, the mastermind guy. And what the drug does, it makes them hallucinate.
Oof.
Interesting. So
stay the hell away from this, is what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
You're gonna keep it safe and just stay away from it.
I need to be better at this, man.
I will.
I figured out that a movie's gonna suck.
I mean, sometimes you know right away. Sometimes there's a movie that starts off great and then you already nested an hour and you gotta finish it and it's shit after an hour.
But I try not to be a movie snob, and usually if I see a movie and like just based off the quality, I'm having like a heart attack or something, like quality. Based off the quality.
I think you're trying to literally tell me you're having a heart attack and laughing at the same time. Like, that's not funny.
Just based off the quality of the movie. I'm usually like that's like my deciding factor initially if I'm gonna watch the movie.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes that's not always good because sometimes there are some movies that the quality, as far as like how it's shot, is not always like A1 Hollywood quality, but the movie tends to be pretty good.
It has good content in it.
Yeah. Some movies are like that. So I try not to be a movie snob, but in most cases I am. Like there's been plenty of times when I'm looking for a movie to watch and then I hit play and the first 20 seconds it looks like somebody's final project. I'm like, I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. Even some of the good quality ones, like Repo Man, was very well shot. But they apparently showed you the first half of the fucking movie in the trailer, and then the rest of it was just kind of garbage after that. Like it just didn't make any sense.
So they
I
basically
skipped that movie because I didn't see anything that I thought was gonna be good.
Don't watch it. It's not worth it.
Okay. So that's 2 recommendations. Don't watch Repo Man and don't watch Final Girl. Well, boys.
You know what you should watch, Randall? Just randomly. There's an anime called High Score Girl. That's basically an anime about like I guess friendship and arcade life with fighting games. I think I recommended it before, but I enjoyed it.
You have
There's 2 seasons out.
You reviewed it on here.
it does sound familiar.
What? Because you asked him questions about it, and he told you to watch it. Because it shows like Street Fighter stuff, and then a relationship with him and the girl, and they're both gamers and stuff like that.
You said it's an anime?
Yes. He'll check it out.
I still gotta watch
Jotaro.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well, I mean, if you want, you can catch up to. We saw 13 episodes, Brian. I think it was. We're gonna binge the last half of it because we binged the first half and we thought it was over, and then it's like, no, the next part of the season was airing now. So now every Friday, I think it is a new episode, but we're gonna wait till it's over and we're gonna binge the last one.
Y'all watched it online?
Yep. I think the first 13 episodes, and then 14 and on we haven't seen. It's cool stuff. Like they introduce a lot of characters, and I'm like, I gotta see what their power. I gotta see them fight because they have some cool characters in that.
I saw a trailer.
What?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I saw the trailer and that sold me.
Oh,
I think the new season of Attack on Titan also came out.
yeah.
It started a couple weeks ago. I've been hearing about it.
My coworker has been like, "Yo, this is anime at its best," and I'm like, "Relax, all right."
I used to
Best
watch
TV
Attack
show?
on Titan a lot, but I lost interest in it.
Yeah, I haven't caught up since season. Like I think I finished season 2, and one of the guys at the gym today was talking about it, and he was like, "Bro, you need to catch up. It's awesome."
I'm in the same boat
Stop.
with. Yeah, I think I saw season 1, and I'm like, love it. Read ahead in the manga, and I just stopped reading it. Like I caught up to the manga and I was waiting for weekly like releases or monthly releases. I don't know if it was weekly or monthly for the manga for Attack on Titan, and then I just stopped following it. I enjoyed what I was reading, but I'm like, okay, and then I just fell off.
I just wasn't a fan. Oh shit, he's gonna go swing at her again.
Oh,
God
not
damn it.
again! Damn it. We're joking, by the way. I don't know if we have to say that or not, but anywho, that's about it. Because Gus didn't put anything on here. I didn't even lock it, so he could have.
And I realized it wasn't locked when I went in and changed the release date for Scott Pilgrim for Randall.
Except for
2020.
I was looking into. I found this thing called Trigger Fire for streaming, and you can basically have it so your chat can use the channel points to like put up memes and stuff on your stream. So I was thinking of messing around and putting like sound effects, like if when I get killed in Tarkov, you can just like use your channel points to be like,
You play Tarkov?
fail. I bought it. I'm gonna play it on Thursday.
Yeah.
You should send me the link to that because I feel like I can do funny things with that if I can decide what they can do.
I'll send it. Just remind me, I guess, after this. I'll send you the link and how to set it up. But that way you can have channel points to use it for something. Because right now I have mine to just unlock subs or like or what's the term? Emojis? No. Emotes. Thank you. And I mean, no one gives a shit about that. But if you can spend your channel points and be like, oh, make it say idiot while I'm playing or some shit, I got it. Or like a laugh track if I like fall down and do something stupid. Anywho, that's that. That's it for the week, people. We're gonna do some notable releases soon. Nice and short this week. And then what we're doing for the week.
Did you see the trailer for Godzilla versus Kong?
No, because I was told that takes place after Kong Skull Island, so I gotta watch that first.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, snap.
Is it actually part of it? I don't know if it is or not.
Yes.
So it's the sequel to Kong Skull Island.
Yes.
Okay, so I need to watch Kong Skull Island first. I was interested in watching that, and I'm like, oh, I'll get to it, and it's been in my backlog. How's the trailer? Trailer was cool? Trailer was cool?
Oh, my God. It looks really good, man.
They didn't give away a lot, right?
Wait, what?
I don't know what Brian said.
What'd you say?
Brian, what did you say?
What did you say?
I said, did it give too much away in the trailer? Or is it just like a good, nice tease of the battle or what's happening in that trailer?
I think it's a nice tease.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that they show us is chaotic, so it's like we can't really
tell what's happening.
I mean, they show like a couple of
like big shots
of them fighting. But,
let's go.
That's about it.
Did they put Godzilla's like signature scream? Before he like hits him with a fucking beam or something?
No.
Oh, dang. They're probably going to say that for the movie then.
Mm-mm. I mean, he did shoot the beam in the trailer, but he didn't do the scream.
Oh. Okay. Brian, what were you going to say?
Are you team King Kong or team Godzilla?
Once I watch Kong Skull Island, I'll let you know.
What about in general? You don't have like a general thought? You know who both characters are?
Kong. Come on. I look like him. I'm a hairy, short guy who's really strong. See, no one disputes it, so it's obviously true.
I don't know, man. I like both of them.
I'm not saying he's gonna win. I like Kong. I think is cooler. Mostly because he can traverse as quickly. You know?
He was giving him the business in the trailer, though.
Godzilla was giving him the business?
No, Kong was giving Godzilla the business.
Well, Godzilla's sturdy, so he could probably take a bunch of hits. Those scales are like strong, right?
Yeah.
So I would imagine, he can get some hits off, but if it's not doing nothing, you know? Anyway. Notable releases this week. We got 2 big ones for games. The Medium comes out this week on Xbox Game Pass. And Cyber Shadow, which I will be playing tomorrow.
What is that?
This is Yacht Club Games' next game. Remember Shovel Knight?
Yeah.
Their next game is out tomorrow called Cyber Shadow. I recommend you download it and play it because I think you'll love it.
You still gotta play Hitman.
I think since he wasn't, he's a more experienced gamer than us. He's played all the older classics, arcade side scrollers, and he's played through it. This is gonna touch him the same way Shovel Knight touched him. It's an homage to those games.
Is it side scroller?
Yes. And you play as a ninja. It looks really fun.
Looks like Ninja Gaiden, the old ones.
Yeah, it looks fun. I can't wait to play it tomorrow.
I'm torn between.
Say again?
I'm torn.
It looks exactly like Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It does? What is it called?
It's called Cyber Shadow. You can look it up. Go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
I'm torn between either doing the Medium on Thursday or Cyber Shadow on Thursday.
The Medium I'm also going to play, but I might play that with Janiana because she likes horror games, so.
It's a horror game? I thought it was just you talk to spirits.
From the trailers they've been talking about, it looks pretty spooky, Or am
I don't know.
Game.
I haven't seen the trailer. I just thought the picture looked cool.
You jump between dimensions because there's spirits in the other lane or whatever. And you have to do puzzles and stuff.
Oh, I guess I play Cyber Shadow. Is it puzzles?
Oh, wow.
Look at Randall. Look at that gameplay of this fucking game.
It does look like Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, he's going to play it. Yacht Club Games have not missed. So,
according to IGDB, it's a third-person psychological horror game.
Yeah. That's what I was like. That's weird. What about what?
What about dating?
Yeah. No, that's for facts.
What were you going to say, Anthony?
That's why I thought it was weird. I'm going to play the Medium. I'm like, you're usually not one to play horror games. So I'm like, okay.
I don't mind horror games, but if it's just like puzzles and then these things are gonna run at me, then I don't care.
I don't know about that, but and I guess I make sure to test it before streaming because this is also like visually demanding. If I'm not mistaken.
If it's primarily puzzles and running from something, then I think I'm good then.
Again, I don't know if there's puzzles. I've seen it. They showed a puzzle in one of the trailers. I don't know if it's like Uncharted levels of let's get to Shumamra or with some shit like that. Like
looking up reviews.
I don't even know if that's it for this week for the games on Cyber Shadow and the Medium. Movies and music. I checked music. I didn't see anything, Brian, if you want to go double check for me. And then movies, a bunch of January films that come out. Are they going to be good? Maybe.
Upcoming Weezer, if you like them. Madlib, I'm actually excited about.
Oh, that's this Friday then.
Goat Girl, I might have to. I might have to do that.
For movies, there's The Little Things, Supernova, Wrong Turn, The Dig, The Mad Hatter, Rumble, and Haymaker.
That Little Things look like it'd be interesting. It's Denzel Washington, Remy Malek, and the dude that played Joker, the newest Joker.
Oh
no, not the newest Joker. I'm sorry.
Phoenix?
No, not Joaquin Phoenix. I'm sorry. I betrayed. Not the
Jared Leto.
Leto.
Yeah.
Leto.
Oh, okay. I'll watch this then. The Little Things. What is it about? What is it?
Little Things.
Kern County Deputy Sheriff Joe Deacon, which is played by Denzel Washington, is sent to Los Angeles for what should have been a quick evidence-gathering assignment. Instead, he becomes embroiled in the search for a killer who is terrorizing the city. Okay.
And your boy Remy Malek is in it, so.
Oh, good, because I like him, so.
Hello, little Michael.
Hello, little Michael. So I could probably watch that over the weekend.
I can fix this.
Did you guys see the report about Tencent, the Chinese company?
The one where they're like gaining a bunch of cash so they can try to buy EA and buy a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, they're either going to try to do a hostile takeover of Take-Two Interactive, which are the producers or the people who make Grand Theft Auto, or they're going to try and buy out EA.
Yeah. I mean, they've been making boatloads of cash with all the stuff they own already, so.
Yeah, they said that most likely they're going to buy a South Korean developer. Targets include Netmarble, South Korea's biggest mobile game maker, and Nexon.
Oof, those are big ones, yeah.
The developer behind Dungeon Fighter.
Yeah. They do a lot of like microtransaction games. Same with Netmarble, I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
I think they also do a bunch of like microtransaction games.
Yeah, they're apparently Tencent is already the third biggest shareholder at Netmarble with 17.6% stake and could force a hostile takeover by acquiring more stake in the company. They also have exclusive rights to publish Nexon's Dungeon Fighter in China. So,
yeah, they're making big money moves. So we'll see how that pans out. They already have their hands in so much stuff now. So
if they acquired EA, is that a good or a bad thing?
I'd say it's a bad thing. Tencent has
probably a really bad thing.
They have their hands on too much stuff, to be honest, and they like to do things with like microtransactions.
So wouldn't the government prevent them from being a monopoly?
But there's not I don't know how that
Chinese
works.
company.
Yeah, like I don't
really?
think they can tell them anything.
Oh, well.
Can they like decide this after Dragon Age and Mass Effect come out? Can they do that?
Those are facts. That would be a terrible time because they will jack up that up to make sure. Oh, make them buy battle passes for single player stuff. Get out. We'll see. We'll see how that pans out. They're probably just gonna end up getting like Netmarble and Nexon, like you said. I don't think EA is gonna be like, yeah, here you go, we'll take control. How much do they even own from EA? Does it say? Do they have a percentage?
It doesn't matter if they own the majority of the shareholders. They can't do nothing about it.
That's what I was asking. I don't know if EA still has a hold of it or.
Yeah, I don't think they have any stake in EA. I think they're just going to try and buy them out.
That's.
But I think hostile takeovers
are the ones for Netmarble and.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems more plausible then. I don't see EA going, yeah, no problem, bro, just buy us out. No.
Yeah, so a hostile takeover bid occurs when an entity attempts to take control of a publicly traded company without the consent or cooperation of the target company's board of directors.
Oof.
Basically, they just buy up more shares than what the company owns, then they own the company. Like, that's just how it works.
Yeah. Oof. That's a risk for going public, but then again, you get a lot of money, so unless something bad happens, obviously.
Most companies don't allow more than 50% of the shares to be publicly traded. It's all owned by the company itself, and that's to help prevent hostile takeovers. But there are times when the company needs money and whatever, and so they either gift shares to stakeholders, or they sell them off to try and get money to do stuff. And then if they dip below the 51%, then another company can come in and just buy up basically all shares. And if they control 51% of the company, of the market, or the company, then they own the company now. At least that's my understanding. It might not be exactly like that, but just from a quick read, that kind of seems how it works.
I think I'm behind you on that. I think that's how it works. That makes more sense to me anyway. Like, why would me 49% holding can tell you who owns 51% anything? Fam, I have more blood is in this company because I'm 51%. So you do as I say. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to me. If we're speeding and crash team racing and I get a faster time than you, you listen to what I say. Because I got first place. You know? That's what that means to me. I don't know why I picked crash team racing. And I think that's it for releases. I guess we're moving on here. Randall, what you doing this week besides playing Cyber Shadow?
I don't know.
Not gonna play some more Madden?
I don't know.
Did you end up getting... That's what I forgot to ask you when you were talking about Madden. Did you end up buying Madden outright, or did you end up getting EA Play?
I got EA Play.
Then you can play. You can try other games, man. Like NFS Heat. Kelsey loves that game.
I was gonna I actually was gonna download Sims.
It makes me angry thinking about it.
The Sims is fun too. It's a great way to just pass time, and it lets you be creative too. They have a lot of tools, like you can
everyone too.
Yes, Brian, you can bang everyone, but you can like make houses, like you can make custom textures, so you can put like on walls and stuff. It's a really huge.
Therapeutic. You can make someone you don't like and put them in a pool and delete the ladder, and they can die.
What the heck is wrong with him?
Yeah, you can do that.
If you're ever hating someone, you don't want to actually
set the house on fire and delete all the doors.
Yep.
Wow. You guys got some therapy you need to get to.
We just have some stuff we got to get off our chest, so we take it out on virtual people that don't matter.
You're the guys who, like, when the government announces we will be having a purge day. Let's go.
No, I'm not. I'm the one that's gonna be boarding up and be like, please God, let me survive this year.
I don't know, man.
I have no combat experience, Randall. I'm not like out here like sharpening knives all day.
Right before it happens, I'd hire a body double. Looks exactly like me. When the bells go off, I'm gonna shoot him, and then I'm gonna leave the house. They think someone looted it already.
The only thing I can do is probably act crazy enough where they're like, I'm not gonna go over there. The guy's swinging around his own dick in his hand. Like, that's the only thing I can get him away. Like, is that his dick in his hand? And I'm just like waving blood coming everywhere. Like, we're not gonna go fight that guy.
They're going into his house. He's just peeing in his own mouth.
Yeah, like it's like,
how is that even possible?
Want me to show you? Oh, it's not the stream.
Okay.
So if you go to onlyfans.com/ADLR,
yeah,
plays.
Fuck.
Did you watch those movies?
No. I saw the trailer and that was an interesting idea. I just never got around to watching it. And then they made like prequels and stuff like that to it. I never followed it. I saw the trailer for the first one. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty neat idea. And then years later, after not watching it, Purge 2, Purge 3, the first Purge, and it's like, okay, well, they're just making a lot of money. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I guess it did really well because they have like 7 movies.
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch Paranormal Activity for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's not your movie.
Paranormal Activity was awesome.
It's because Brian doesn't like that kind of shit. So that's beyond spoopy for him. He does not want to watch that.
I feel like if something like that actually happened, I don't think people would really be going around bodying people. I think they would be trying to like rob banks and stuff like that.
Well, the banks will have the security for them not to penetrate it. Like,
but have you seen what the like people in the movie have?
all I've seen is like the trailer, and
they have like,
don't they all like secure their shit?
Yeah, but people have like military grade weapons.
Oh, well then I don't know. But I would still imagine like all the valuable stuff is still kept away somewhere regardless. Like if they know it's coming, like, oh, the purge is on this day. Oh, they probably have like the thing goes underground or some shit. I would imagine someone would think ahead and be like, oh, the purge is coming. They're going to come for valuables. How do we protect it even more than we normally do? Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know.
That's why you eat all your valuables.
I would just spend a bunch of money trying to make an IRL task bot to protect my stuff.
That's insane because the response time, 1 frame.
I think it was back in the 90s. I think it was Bill Gates. They created a laser that could shoot mosquitoes out of the air within milliseconds if they moved in like a 50-foot radius.
Holy shit. That's like the item in Rainbow Six Siege with the grenades, right?
It is.
You plant it?
It isn't targeted. You talking about the ADSs?
Yeah, you plant it, and if you throw a grenade near it, it's like, no.
Did you guys
I guess.
hear about I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Microsoft? Or...
Anywho, I guess speaking of Microsoft for some news.
Yeah. Microsoft planted an AI to imitate your dead family member.
I don't like that at all.
What? Oh, they're working on that. They're working on using dead tissue and stuff and like dead vocal, like old vocal recordings of your family members to recreate them in AI.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that at all.
See, that's step 1. Step 2 is we just upload your consciousness into the
Let's go, Kelsey.
Microsoft Cloud, and then Anthony becomes a cyborg.
Why would you want that?
Randall, your computer's always going to have porn. I'm going to hack your computer and just at random times of the day, bam, Pornhub.
Do you not understand that that's like going in the direction of Skynet?
That's fine.
That's fine. Do you not watch the movies?
I am Skynet, Randall, so it's going to be fine.
Okay. As long as you're fine and screw everybody else.
Y'all had your chance. Y'all laughed at me. Oh, Cloud Boy, oh, Metal Man. Well, let's see who's laughing.
The first thing I thought of was Archer, when Ray gets his cybernetic legs and they get stuck in the elevator, and Archer's like, okay, Ray, do your thing. What? Interface with it. Like, computer to computer, talk to it. Like, what's going on here?
Oh my god.
I miss Archer.
I miss what Archer used to be. When you first showed me it and I saw the first like 2 seasons, I'm like, this is great. And then they got
Vice wasn't like, after I watched it a couple of times, it wasn't so bad. But after that, I was like, I don't care
anymore.
Watch it anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't give a shit.
Those first like 3 seasons, I think it was gold, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I think Vice was 4 or 5.
Okay, so maybe something like that, and that I loved
I can tell you here in a second.
But after, I don't know if it was Vice or it might have been something else when they were doing like the noir one or.
Season 5 is Vice.
So was 4 the noir one?
What do you mean noir?
There's a season where it's like noir, like it's detective styled
that's
and
season
shit.
6.
Okay.
Season 5 is what is it? So the very beginning, he like loses his memory and wakes up as Bob's Burgers.
Yeah,
it's the same guy.
Yeah.
And then season 5 is Vice, and season 6. Actually, I think season 6 they're working for the CIA. Yeah, season 6 they're working for the CIA. Season 7, which actually wasn't too bad because it went back to some of the
heck?
like.
Is it still going?
Yeah, they're still airing.
Season 12, or 11.
That show's still airing, Randall.
Season 7 is when they do the detective stuff where Cyril opens up his own detective agency so that they
then
can
I've
all
seen
like.
a lot more than I thought I have. I think I might have seen 9 seasons then.
I stopped after Lana had the baby.
That's like season 5, isn't it?
No, that's season.
No, it had to be like 4. I think.
That's season 3. End of season
3?
Yeah, Randall, that show kept going.
Wait, no, hold on.
Keisha had a baby.
Hey. Oh, I thought you were gonna keep dancing with me. Made me look
Shout
dumb.
out to YG. That album's really good.
Hey man,
Lana got pregnant after
Lana had a baby.
After what was her name?
Oh no, end of season.
pregnant.
After Tatiana went with Barry.
Yeah.
Right.
Season 5 is the end of season 5 is when she has the child.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think that's when I stopped watching.
I think I watched 3 more seasons and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, 6 they're working for the CIA, and then they fuck it up. Season 7 is when I can't get past season 7. That's when they open the detective agency, and then season 8. Season 8 looks like it's more like the noir thing that you're talking about, because in the episode previews they're all like dressed down in like suits.
That's the one I saw.
The hats and shit.
Which is okay. It's just like, it just feels like they're cosplaying as that time. I don't know. It lost something. Okay, because over time I'm like I'm caring less and less.
Yeah, I start season 6. Like I'll watch the episodes again, and I'll get to season 6, and I'm just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like they killed Brent, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
The guy that gets shot all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
All right. Kelsey.
What's up?
What are you doing this week?
I don't know. Probably playing some more Path of Exile.
Okay.
With Adam and some friends. Probably about it right now.
Okay.
I really haven't been doing much lately.
Haven't been watching a new anime or anything?
No, I feel like I'm wasting away. I feel like I literally go to work, go to the gym, and then come home and kind of
just chill.
Yeah.
Juggle pizzas. Do that. Learn how to do that.
Learn to juggle pizzas?
I baked cookies last night at like 10:30, and I told the wife to take some into work, and they said something to her, and she goes, "Yeah, my husband made them last night." And they were like, "What time?" And I was like, "I don't know." For some reason, he just got up off the computer at like 10:30 and decided to make cookies. He's kind of retarded. So,
all right. I mean, that's fine. Have you watched Demon Slayer? Maybe you can start watching Demon Slayer. You might like it.
Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Finish fucking JoJo.
But Demon Slayer,
I still gotta continue JoJo. The thing is, Demon Slayer, I really want to watch. It's one of the things on my list. Like, I haven't had any desire to do or watch anything new.
Gotcha.
Like, I've just been like
on a nostalgia trip, like just watch something
because I don't want to, like, when I like lay down in bed, I usually watch a lot of my stuff like when I'm going to bed. Like I'll lay down and watch a few episodes, but I just lay there and I'm like, Futurama, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or Rick and Morty. That's it. Like I have a ton of shows in my list that I can watch, and I'm just like, whatever. Guess we're gonna watch this again, and I'll like play on my phone for a few minutes and pass out.
Gotcha.
That makes sense because if it's something new, you got to pay attention. Whereas if it's something you watch,
that's why I haven't really been watching anything. And then like during the day, I'm working, and then I go to the gym for 3 or 4 hours, and then I come home, I shower, sit down, maybe get something to eat, and then I'm just like, I don't want to think. I don't want to have to pay attention. I just want to just do something. And PoE is one of those games that you can literally just be like,
match level reached.
That's why I was playing last weekend, just Marvel's Avengers by myself, and I maxed out another character. Every weekend, I'm like, I'm going to put time into Baby and Dragon Ball and actually learn this character. And I look at the thumbnail, and I'm like, I don't want to think right now. And I just do something that requires no work whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
Just sob.
I mean, you can watch Coco again then.
No, I was watching Mandalorian just to watch it, but now I gotta find something else.
I mean, give Fleabag a shot. If you don't like the first episode, don't bother watching the rest. Because it's that kind of, I guess, energy throughout it, like with some exceptions.
They have accents, right? This is London.
London, yeah, they all have accents. I mean, by all, I mean it's like there's only a number of characters, 4, maybe 5, that actually have a bunch of dialogue. So, okay. Anywho, Brian, what are you doing this week?
All right, so tomorrow, probably more networking. So boom, tomorrow probably gonna try to find more artists and contact them, see if I can get permission to use their stuff. I've gotten like 3 yeses. So yeah, Tuesdays have just been me trying to network at least. Once I have like a handful, then I'll actually put time into each thing.
What's a handful in digital form?
I want if I can pass, I got nothing. I'm trying to get like at least 5 or so, maybe more than that.
Did any of mine say yes? I can keep looking.
You sent me one. You
I sent
me
you
the
2
one on Twitter.
There's
What's
2 on Twitter I
one
sent you.
me?
I replied to it on the same post. I sent you one and it was like a bright color one, and the second one is like robotics, like in an opera, and it was like robots on the side.
I didn't see the second one.
It's a killer one too. Fuck.
Hold on, I'm scrolling.
It's
now I see it. Yeah, it didn't notify me of this at all.
Gotcha.
So I'll try that one. The other one hasn't responded to me.
Oh, okay. Well,
there's one I think I put in your art channel that someone made tarot cards, Hades theme.
Of Hades, yeah.
And they said, yeah, fucking go for it. So,
those tarot cards look really good. If you guys haven't seen it, I guess just check my Discord. But
it makes me sad because they posted each one into like individual pictures.
Yeah. Like
a bunch of sets, but the last set, some of them, I think one of them's Dionysus. They haven't released separately that I've seen, because I was gonna make that my phone wallpaper probably. I just have the Knight family. I just have fucking Nyx and all them.
Nyx, Typhus?
What are you trying to say?
The guy who greets you after you die.
Oh, Hypno.
Hypno. Yeah. Why do I think it was Ty? Thanatos. I just made them fuse.
Than,
and then Than and Hypnos.
So yeah, I'm just trying to get more of that on Tuesday. Probably just start actually working on stuff, or revisit like the 3 or 4 songs I was gonna put into services I can just monetize for, whether it being in movies and things like that. The rest of the songs on SoundCloud I'm kind of just done with. I loaded them up on the program I made them on. I'm like, I get what I was trying to go for, but I don't feel like I can salvage this. I like the idea, but I don't like the result.
Just close the chapter on it. Just boom.
So I'll just, the 3 that I think are good, I'll put them out and put places.
Just think of it as a timeline. This is when I started. Look where I'm at now. Go to my YouTube channel and scroll all the way to the bottom, and look at that monstrosity of videos that I have.
That was a good year though. 2017 is when I was like, release something once every month, regardless if you like it or not. By the end of the month, release it. And I saw the things I was trying to do, but I just didn't like it now. Like it makes sounds like ass. But
you just gotta release it. You just gotta release it. You just gotta release it. You just gotta release it.
Yeah.
You just gotta release it, Randall. Just release it.
What the heck are y'all talking about?
You just gotta start streaming, man.
What are you talking about?
Release it.
Release what?
You have anything that you're working on that's not released? Then release it. That's what I mean. The heck? I'll fight you. I'm kidding.
Oh shit.
My McGill body.
So Tuesdays have just been doing productive stuff, music wise. Wednesday's Battlefront Day, I believe.
Yes.
Right.
Kelsey, did you end up claiming Battlefront 2?
Yes.
So I mean, it's Wednesday. I put it in my Discord. I don't know if you saw the notification. Wednesday, as of this recording, we're doing a Battlefront 2. Just everyone get on, see who. Maybe we can find a server we can all get in, and then just.
And Wednesdays I usually can't do because of date night.
Gotcha.
Remember?
I forgot.
Let's see. Let me make sure. Yeah, I have Battlefront 2.
Lit. So I mean, if you can, If not, we're gonna play it again some other time too. It's not just gonna be Wednesday night. Uninstall it, but
Thursday, I don't know what I'm gonna stream. It could be Cyber Shadow, it could be Medium. I could actually stop lying and load up Demon Souls again. It could be. We'll find out together at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday.
if it's Thursday, Kelsey can help you play through Demon Souls. He's fucking beaten it so many goddamn times.
Oh yeah.
He's played the original. It's a PS3 game.
Yeah.
He played it.
Oh.
The thing is, it's not that I'm like. So one, I don't like the game that much,
Okay.
but it's not that's keeping me from playing it. It's again I don't feel like thinking. So what can I play without thinking? Like last week, I streamed Apex with friends, and it was just me raining knuckles on people and just knowing I'm probably gonna be an anchor to the team, like not doing shit.
Okay.
I'm just swinging at people, shooting at people, having a good time.
I was gonna say because I played Apex, and you got to think in Apex.
No, I don't. Literally, if I see someone, if I don't have a weapon, I have 2 weapons.
Oh, facts. Okay, so you just go.
I play Apex like I play Halo. All their backs turn.
You just see a dust of what his own body was.
I loot until I see an enemy or someone tells me to go somewhere in Apex, and then that's about it. But yeah, Thursday we'll find out together. I don't know what I'm playing. Friday will probably just be, I don't know. I might work on stuff by myself. I might actually load up Dragon Ball and learn Baby. It's a bunch of variables. Thursday
you gotta lock down those variables, bro. Pick some shit, pick a date, you're done.
Yeah, but if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it.
When you're doing it, you can be like, I'm glad I did it.
No.
That's how I feel when I go to the gym.
That's what
I'm like laying on the
Tuesday
couch,
is.
like I really want to just take a nap. Then I was like, I really should just go to the gym. And I go to the gym, I'm like, I'm glad I went to the gym.
Yeah.
So we'll see Thursday, Friday, whatever. I might just. I don't know if I want to stream that. I was gonna say I might just play some fucking Marvel Avengers. We'll find out.
It looks like we're all finding out at the same time.
But what I'm probably gonna do is Thursday. I'm just gonna do a wheel decide.
Okay, that works.
And then commit to that.
Again.
I don't know what you just said to me, but it's probably wrong.
You should try and stream Cyberpunk again.
Yeah, you could try it. This time you know that it's the GPU intensive, so you can just lower some stuff, dude.
They released the
1.1
January patch, yeah, and then it introduced another thing that can ruin your fucking save.
But it tells you exactly where it's at and how to circumvent it.
But I'm waiting to see if anything major is fixed on February, and then I'll pop back in with new character that's gonna be my main character now because I want to scissor lift some lady.
We get it.
Yeah, I saw that they introduced a game-breaking bug with the release, like major release.
It's a mission.
I didn't see in the patch notes where it says you won't have to floor skip to get to the next mission. I didn't see that line anywhere.
Oh, but I mean, I skimmed through it. I made sure to look through the Stadia ones too, because that's where I play it on. And a lot of the major ones was like memory fixes, like allocation of memory, GPU memory, how all that's being handled is like the huge fix in this update. So it should be more stable in terms of there's less crashes. I mean, wonky shit's still gonna happen. That's not gonna fix wonkiness, but it's apparently supposed to be more stable. So what that means, no idea.
Friday would probably be a chill day, and then weekends are usually always open. Either I work on stuff or I just hang out in Discord or whatever. If anyone needs me, I show up.
Lit. Oh, thank you for asking, Randall. Oh, okay, there we go.
What are you doing?
Oh, me? Oh, shit. But I'm pretty much laid out you guys much laid out my schedule. Because tomorrow it's Cyber Shadow. Because, God, I've been waiting for their next game. I'll be streaming that tomorrow. Wednesday is Battlefront 2 day. So we're going to be hopping in there, playing some Battlefront 2 with pretty much the community. The losers. That's what we're calling ourselves. And then Thursday is my first attempt at playing Escape from Tarkov. So pray for me. I will be dying. I'll be losing all my loot. I will be scared shitless. And I will be dying.
You playing by yourself or with Javi?
I think if Javi's open, he can join as well. And I think a coworker of mine has it as well. So I told him, he said he might show up. But if not, it might be by myself. And I'm sure the community in that Twitch subcategory will help me out too. They're not gonna like make me run into an open area and me get shot in the face and lose my loot, right? Right? Anyway, so that's the plan for the week. I don't think I'm gonna stream this weekend because I have a bunch of editing to get to, so I'm not gonna stream it. Like I still need to do the PS5 unboxing. I have some Rainbow Six footage that I have that I can edit to something that we did last week. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all the footage I have.
Editing?
I enjoyed it for a bit. From what I know and the things I had to basically self-teach in Google, I learned quite a bit. I enjoy it. It takes time. I understand now why they... Like, before I would ever pay someone to do something, I would like to know how hard it is. And what they have to go through. So I'm like, let me edit, let me see what it is. I get it. You have to go through footage. So if someone gives you an hour of gameplay, you got to go through the hour to see what's worth keeping, what's not worth it. Can you make a joke out of something on here? Can you edit it to be funnier in some way? I get it. It is a job. Which is why I'm doing it myself.
Why are you doing it yourself?
Because if I go, hey, how much for like editing this for me, and they give me an outlandish number,
500.
That's what I'm like. He's probably right. It's worth it because it's hard work.
How long are your videos?
Mine?
The ones that you're editing.
They're like clips for right now because I just clips from Rainbow Six, and then the unboxing video for the PS5 in total was like 15 minutes. So like that's...
You should have gave me that one, man. I had some ideas for that.
I mean, I can still give you that.
The Xbox one, you already did it.
The PS5 one. Didn't I say PS5? Did I say Xbox?
I heard PS5.
I still have a PS5 one to unbox. I mean, I'm sorry, I already unboxed it, but PS5 unboxing video is what I still need to edit. That make more sense?
Yes.
Okay. And then, yeah, I want to see if I can cut together, because there was some funny shit and some pog moments from, I think it was Gabby that pulled out a fucking 1v3 that I got a clip of, so I might work that into the edit too.
I got some good moments if you want to show them or anything. No one really cares what I do things, but if you want to show them.
Oh
can you make...
God.
Can you give me those videos? Like, can you go into your archive, stream them out, and then send them to me? Because I wasn't always watching you on the death camp. I was watching people who weren't streaming because you were already streaming. So I would imagine if that footage is there, you can supply me that video.
That's a lot of work, Anthony.
Oh my God.
We'll see. When do you plan on doing this?
I'll see if I can do it on Saturday, but I also have to do a Home Depot run because of my lights in my closet. Okay, well, that's fair. My lights gave out, so I gotta go get some more lights for my closet. And also some mulch.
Oh, that's why it's bare out there?
Yeah. I gotta get mulch in there.
I thought for some reason it was a mafia sign or something.
Randall, let me let everyone know here. If I'm ever have the opportunity to join a mafia, y'all will know. Because DOS...
You were fell already.
DOS will be in effect with gun in hand, okay?
You were fell already. Like, why would you broadcast that?
Because, Randall, even though there's 77,000 people listening and viewing this, they're not going to care. All right?
You felon already.
It's all allegedly. All right? It's always allegedly.
The first rule about Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club.
I love talking about it
twice, pussy.
Anywho, that's the plan for the
old folks' home nurses that just got arrested for holding a fight club and for Alzheimer's patients.
What?
I need you to repeat that headline one more time, please.
Okay.
He made that up.
No, it's a news. Hang on.
No, I need you to say it out loud again. What you just said, repeat it.
Yeah. So, nursing home employees arrested for holding elderly care staff accused of running a dementia fight club, pitting patients against each other.
That's not funny for the general public.
But
I'm laughing.
Man.
Yeah.
What is wrong? Yo.
People are too
Human
fucking bored.
beings. Yeah, that too.
Holy shit! You have nothing. Let me just fit these
What
guys
about the
against
laundry list of movies and anime and TV shows and games you could be watching?
Well, that's consuming. You can just make them. You can make anime. You can make music. You can go draw. Run outside. Play some game. Cyber Shadow comes out tomorrow. Like, Shovel Knight's been out. You know.
Skullgirls has been out. They could be a lab and shit.
Like, there's no way. That's okay.
That's a shame. I hope whoever that person is, they throw him under jail.
You said under the jail?
Under the jail.
But we already mentioned there's holes that leads to a warehouse, so they're just gonna get out.
This is a lower body.
And this has been the ADLR Podcast, episode 126. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week with who fucking knows? Probably season 2 of Fleabag, to be honest, because I'm definitely gonna run through that.
I need to listen to music.
When do you plan on watching it?
Well, whenever.
This weekend?
No, just like before I go to bed. Randall, like what do you? Like, what do you?
Your ass, Randall.
I'm gonna be laying there, and then if I fall asleep, I fell asleep. If I don't, I watch it. They watch stuff.
Back?
I mean, when I'm watching something, yeah, I don't like fall asleep with my face away from the TV. And usually, because I'm on my back, I'll wake up like, oh shit, startled because my body feels like it's falling. And then I'm like, oh, it's episode 7. I started at 1. I should stop this and come back to it, turn it off, and go to bed.
I don't remember what day last week, but I fell asleep allegedly. I think I was sleeping, and
okay,
I woke up with that feeling, and my body's first reaction was to laugh.
What, the feeling of falling?
Yeah, I shook. I went. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I don't know. I think my mind is just like degenerating.
It might be because you're not sleeping, not getting that recovery. Anywho, yeah, that's been the episode. We'll be back next week with probably season 2 of Fleabag. Depending on how much of Cyber Shadow I get done, I'll probably maybe review that too. We'll see. Either way, we're out. Bye.
We out.